just to protect my manhood. This was my wife calling this stuff out on Sunday. So I'm like, okay, well, makes sense to me.
All right. Well, let's get to the nitty-gritty, shall we, folks? This is a Kmart Studios production, sponsored by MJB Electric and Doug's a Chiropractic. Welcome to the ZaBillsPodcast. If this is your first time, we discuss everything Buffalo Bills. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Go Bills.
Listeners' discretion is advised. ZaBills Podcast.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
Everybody, welcome back to the ZaBills Podcast, where we think we know what we're talking about, but we have fun doing it. I am your host, Kyle, and tonight I have Joe, Mike, Rob, and Sean, and we're going to talk about yesterday's 28-21 victory over the frickin' Kansas City Chiefs. Those frickin' chefs. Where should we start? Or how about, what's new with her? Anybody got anything fun to talk about? Rob, you went to the game. We'll talk about your experiences there in a bit, I'm sure. Or we could go right into it.
It's up to you guys.
Let's go.
All right, we're diving in. It was a good game. It was a beautiful day to be at the Ralph. I'll tell you that much.
How early did you tailgate?
We got down there just before 10.
Did you find Herb?
Herb? No, he's a mythical unicorn at the games.
10 a.m.
Yeah, but right before 10. I like to get a good spot in our private lot and kind of just it's kind of set back. We can set up, and I had like a lot of people going that asked me to stop by their tailgates, so I had to kind of wander around and shake babies and kiss hands, kind of thing.
You're at the other end by Danny's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I stopped down to Yellow Brick Road, then went down to where they set up all the shops and they have like all the game day fun kind of in front of the stadium, right by the store. But the weather was amazing. Actually, before we went in, we just started taking off like our sweaters and our hats because in the sun it felt like very warm. But it was a great day to go to a Bills game. It felt like perfect football weather. There was I'd say a decent amount of Chiefs fans, but I expected that. They seem to travel decent to Bills games.
What was the ratio?
Maybe I would say like 100 to 1.
I mean, are we talking like 50 Chiefs fans, or are we talking like
80,
100?
20?
Yeah.
200, 1,000?
Yeah, 80, 20 maybe. Not less than that. Maybe yeah, I'd say like 90, 10, maybe something like that.
I was in my favorite store, Trader Joe's, before I saw I saw she was like lightning, dude. She went flying by me, grabbed something, and she was out.
Yeah.
But a guy walked in. I was talking to Trippy. I ran into Trippy.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen him in a while. He says he runs into you all the time.
time.
Yeah. So we were talking for a few minutes. Dude, this freaking jerk walked in with a Kelsey jersey on. Everyone's got Bills stuff on in the store, and this one guy walks in. I honestly think he's a Bills fan, but wants to just get attention and wears a fucking jersey.
You'd be surprised. I get pissed off at that a lot, and it does dawn on me that I do the same exact thing, walking in with Bruins jerseys all over the place. But so I can't separate the two. Like, I should understand this, but I can't. To the point is where when I see people wearing Chiefs stuff, you want to throw something at them.
I wanted to go up to him and ask him, "Did your parents drop you as a baby?"
Right. Right. I mean,
or maybe he's a Kansas City
you got to
transplant
be
moved
careful,
out here.
right? I got a little coverage because the Sabres have been terrible for 15 years, so people are more or less like, I get it.
Right.
You want to wear Chiefs swag around here? I mean,
You're asking for it
in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
I like to razz on the other team a bit, and my go-to on the way into the stadium was I'd kind of catch up to some Chiefs fans, and I'd walk up, and I'd like to find it when it's like a husband, wife, or girlfriend, boyfriend, and I go up to the guy and I go, I gotta ask, that jersey looks kind of goofy. Do they sell that in men's as well? Or? And they don't even know what to say. And then my always go to on the way out whenever we have
Win or lose?
victories, it's got to be a win. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't like to push when we're that's not cool. Like they came, and I'll always walk up and shake their hands, and be like, "Where are you from? Thanks for supporting Buffalo's economy and coming out for the loss. I appreciate it." Like, they kind of.
And they're all good sports about it
They're
with
always
you?
good sports with that kind of stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's when you like start being belligerent,
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
I'm never that way. I just kind of poke a little, but
Right. It's all we hope for is a little poke.
yeah, exactly. But it was good.
Tailgate spread.
Ooh, I did marinated flank steak.
Ooh.
I did loaded smashed potatoes on the flat top.
Loaded smashed potatoes, Sean.
Pretty good.
A chicken corn on blue bites with a Cajun Alfredo, homemade Alfredo sauce,
Wow.
and a flat top cinnamon rolls that I pushed flatten on the flat top.
Was that the appetizer or dessert?
That was the breakfast. That was the 10 o'clock breakfast.
Oh, wow.
Is there a dress code for your tailgate? I feel like I should wear a suit coat.
Absolutely
it's pretty
not.
fancy there. Right?
Wow.
Wow.
The usual go-to, we already did it this season with my one crew, is we do the crab boil, and that one usually gets the crowd coming around when we spread it on the table, but that's a good one. But yeah, I always like a good steak, something a little different.
And then what'd you do with the steak? Obviously, you slice it up and then...
Slice it real thin, and just put it on a plate, man. Everyone just went to town on
Oh,
it.
okay.
Like real thin flank steak, cut on the, against the grain, and real thin, yeah.
Okay.
Pounded through that, 2 of them.
All right.
It was good.
Yeah.
What time are you having this meal? 1 o'clock game. Oh, no, 4 o'clock game.
4
I apologize.
o'clock,
Yeah, so that's ideal.
Yeah, 10 o'clock right away. Probably by 10:30, we were eating the cinnamon rolls. Then went to flank steak. We kind of used that almost as an appetizer. I cut those up, kind of started divvying that out, and then I'd say by 1:30 we were diving into the potatoes and the chicken corn and blue bites.
Damn. That's what it's all about, right?
That's a buffalo feast right there.
It was good.
No wings, no pizza. I mean, that's ideal. That's if you could go out and target something, that's a great menu.
What time did you get home?
Yeah, we don't sit, so we waited. We had burgers afterwards, so there's the additional piece.
Wait, you said after the game?
After the game, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you let the traffic clear out, have dinner.
Yeah, you just have a cheeseburger. That's all we did.
Yeah, the tailgate I go to does that too every game. Yep.
It's the move. 10:30, and then I drove my brother. You know why? No, it was right around 10:30. My brother was in town from PA, very intoxicated, and the entire ride home, all he kept saying is, "When are we going to Mighty Taco? When are we going
Yes,
to
of
Mighty
course.
Taco?"
There you go,
at my
Tim.
house. So
There you go.
Where in PA?
he's up towards like Haggardstown, very close to Maryland.
Oh, I know exactly what it is. Antietam.
Yeah. He's loves Mighty, obviously, and being from here, and he's very drunk. So Mighty,
Take him to Colosso one night. See what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I think better flavored meat.
I still haven't been there, so
Well, we'll have to do a field trip.
That's a good place.
Okay, we do have other guys on the show.
sorry.
No, good. We'd like to have that.
Yeah, no,
I
it's-
mean, we would have liked to have heard Herb's story from Toronto,
So-
and then directly from Toronto to Buffalo.
Did I see the pictures correctly? He went to 2 games?
Yeah, he went to 2 games.
Both in Toronto, obviously.
Both Toronto, and if had the Bills lost, I was pulling him. He was not going to any more games. I was good. He was there for both Toronto losses, up 3-2 in the series. And then if they were to leave, he was going to the Chiefs game too.
Are you saying he's the bad luck charm?
Well, the Bills won, so he's off the hook.
Oh, yeah,
but if the Bills were to lose with Herb there 3 consecutive nights in a row, I was going to ban him from going to any more games.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go to Sabres games. You can go all you want to.
All right. Okay, well, I guess we'll dive into the game here. Joe, why don't you kick us off? Why don't we talk offensive side of the ball first? And we can pick apart.
So, first drive, first touchdown.
Yep.
That is their 6th game where they've scored a touchdown on the opening drive.
Okay.
The other 2 games, a field goal and a fumble.
Ooh.
Yes.
But
What was the game with the fumble?
It was their loss. Was it New Atlanta?
Yes. No.
No, it was New
No,
England.
Atlanta almost fumbled the
Was
ball
New
on the
England.
their opening drive.
That's right.
I think it was New England, right?
Well, if it's not Atlanta.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Let's start this over.
Start it over. So,
Okay.
I mean, the interesting stat for me there is 6 out of 8 games, you start off with a touchdown.
Yeah.
To me, that's your scripted drive. They did a great job, I think, opening up and running and setting the Chiefs up for later in the game. They did a lot of things early in the game, I think, that allowed them to do some other things later in the game.
Hey, first 100-yard rusher in how many games? 20. Was it 20? 16?
Yeah,
It was quite a few years, quite a few seasons of no 100-yard
Yes.
rusher allowed.
Yeah, it was impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was the first 100-yard receiver, too.
Yes. I have questioned the Bills on why you keep a fullback, and now I know why.
Yeah,
Because he is leading the way on a lot of those carries.
he was a factor quite a bit. I saw him more than I think we normally do.
Yeah.
You know?
He the other thing is they ran a lot of the same plays that they ran in Carolina, and then twisted off of that when KC kind of sold out to try to stop those plays that they obviously put on tape the week before. So it was nice to see them at least keep going back to what it was, make them stop it. I also saw they ran the same play three times in 4 plays and ran it twice in a row, ran a different play and then came back and ran the exact same play. And all of them went for like 8, 9, 10 yards.
So this reminds me of when I used to play high school football. And
They're
go ahead. No, go ahead.
They're the Gilliam plays that you were watching.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
it was Hawes coming across on a counter
Yeah.
with Gilliam filling in the gap, and
You-
they ran them.
You know what was nice about yesterday? It felt like the Bills didn't win based on a scheme, but they won because their guys outplayed the guys across from them. Like, they outmanned those guys. Like, obviously the game was won in the trenches on both sides of the ball.
Right.
But, like, it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we're going to run the same play down your throat. You have to stop it, and we're just going to keep running it until you stop it.
Right. It was the
That's
first.
what we used to do in high school. Same
Right.
play, same play.
Yeah,
same.
stop.
We'd tell them.
Run it until you can stop
They're
us.
like, is this going to be the same play? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
coming right at you, buddy.
Yep.
And right up your throat.
Right. I mean, that's good football. I mean, that's
absolutely.
you can't quite usually pull that off in the NFL, but when you've got something good, you harken back to the old high school rules. Run it until they stop it. Then you try something else.
So let me ask this question. Did the Bills figure shit out for this game, or did they play down to the 2 previous opponents, or 2 out of the 3 opponents where they didn't look this great? And, you know, because you kind of watch the game and you're like, man, where was this shit the last couple games, right?
I've been on here saying it's injuries, and I'll still stay it's injuries.
All right.
They had Kincaid, and you can see what that's like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, him opening up, even against blitz. His touchdown was against a blitz, where he broke out. And you have if you're going to blitz, you're leaving him on either a slow linebacker or a small safety.
Yes.
So that's a win-win on both of those, especially if you're blitzing.
They had no answers for our tight ends.
But Josh Allen looked fucking amazing yesterday.
Yes.
He did. Some of the stuff that did work were some of the screens outside. I know people get mad with that stuff.
The bubble screen?
The
bubble
screens
screens.
were great, and they were the classic. You get pissed off at third down screen for 8 yards, but we were executing them.
I think people miss what those screens really are. Those are sometimes, I think, I don't know 100% on this. I'm speculating big time on this, but I think those are the times where they're throwing exotic blitz look. He doesn't exactly know where it's coming, so F it. I'm going to throw it out to the side.
And if it works, it works.
If it works, it works. If it gets 2 or 3 yards, that's better than the sack that he was probably going to take because he doesn't know what's coming at him at that time.
Okay.
I think we see those a lot more than people want to say, and I'll take that. I'd rather take that over going back there and just I got to go back and pass, and I probably going to get sacked for 5-6 yards loss.
He was 82% 88. He was 88. I couldn't remember if it was
23
82 or
of
88.
26.
He was,
Sorry,
well,
I
no,
gotta
no, no,
give
no.
him his due.
Well, no,
88.
I think we're both right. We're both right. I was specifically talking about he was 82% accurate with his tight ends. He hit his tight ends 82% of the time.
And the one that he missed, he hit. He just hit him with a rocket.
He couldn't grab.
Haas
From
was
4 yards away.
From 4 yards away. Felt bad for Haas. On that one.
Right.
Corey was over here for the game. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a second here to recognize the silent people in our podcast team that don't make appearances ever. Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Skip. Shout out to Johnson, even though he's kind of removed himself from the chat group. It was too much with all his golf chats.
We should have an in memoriam with music playing.
Yes, we should. We should. For all the unsung heroes out here.
Wow, Jamie, the original.
Yeah. Anyways, Corey was over here yesterday, and he was like, come on, Haas, you got to catch that. I'm like, bro, he threw that 90 miles an hour from 4 yards away. Like, that's the play you should have done that little flip to as opposed to the first flip he did, but whatever.
Yeah, but they understood there was they had a mismatch, and it seemed that a lot of the Bills draft picks, I've been very critical of them because they've seemed to focus on Kansas City. We need to address our decision making with how Kansas City is. They're the beast of the East. But you saw, I get it.
They talked about it all game long.
I hate that strategy. Like, looking
Gotta
up at the opponent.
We got to draft to beat the Chiefs. Got to draft to beat the Chiefs.
But look at it.
Got to beat them playoffs.
Their draft picks, Kincaid, Cook, and...
Don't go defense yet. We're going to say that.
I was going to say, he had a great...
Save your buddy Hurston for later.
He had a great... Their draft pick showed up. That's all I can say.
You can go Haas on that.
Haas too?
He's good. Huge
big
draft
body
pick for them.
Yeah, big body.
You look at how they have the two tight end, and that's where the running plays are being so successful when they're running two big tight ends and being able to push and pull. It's fun to watch that setup, and I think also it's almost exactly as you said, going back to high school days. They are so big that. And such a strong line that it's hard to stop the run plays with Cook's speed and how explosive he can get through the seam. So
I forget what quarter it was. It might have been late third, early fourth, where a run got stopped, but they were pushing the pile. And eventually, I've never seen it before, where the refs were like, all right, pull the whistle. He wasn't down. They were pushing them. I know it was.
Yeah.
Did anyone else get the feeling that the Chiefs' O-line and D-line have kind of taken a step back in their talent? Chris Jones did not look the same. He missed almost the whole fourth quarter. Did he get hurt?
I don't think he got hurt. I think their offensive line probably this year is better than it was last year.
But their stud tackle Taylor was
out. They had a couple guys out for this one. They're marginally better. I think their D-line has been exposed a little bit this year. They haven't. They paid Jones. Some of the other guys just haven't been there this year for them. As far as even going in, some of the commentary before, I was listening to Orlowski, and he made a point. It stuck with me because he was trying to make a point when they were talking pregame about it. It's on a Thursday on Get Up, and he makes the point that, the Chiefs' defensive line isn't what it has been in the past. Mm-hmm. And then Schefter goes right into, Ed Oliver's hurt. So I'm like, everything was so Chiefs, positive at that time. I chuckled. I'm like, and Orlowski he didn't correct him on it, but it was, you could tell he kind of smirked. He's like, no, I'm really saying that the Chiefs' defensive line isn't what it is.
Even listening to the broadcast yesterday, wouldn't you agree that Nance and Romo are almost pro-Chiefs?
And it never used to be that way. No, I agree with him because you know what? God love her, but when a commentator pisses my wife off, it's all I hear about through the whole game. Mm-hmm. And she loves Romo and she loves Nance. And yesterday she just bitched because there you go again. I won't tell you what she really said. Well, they do something to him, but because it was all about them. So I think Kyle was right on this one. Overall, just one. Hang on, can I write it down?
Yeah. 19 minutes, 42 seconds. Kyle was right.
I do, and because of that, because
Maybe like 60-40, not like complete
Right.
Chief homers, but like
Right.
it just seemed like they were more of a Kansas City fan than Bills fans.
but that being said, sorry to interrupt you, but real quick, the one thing about Romo, whoever made the last big play is the best player at that position in the NFL. Every time he's like, "That's the greatest." You know,
yeah.
So
That's Romo being Romo. Nance doesn't. I asked this question: is it because Buffalo was beating the crap out of KC?
About Jones?
Just the commentary.
Oh.
Was it that way, 60-40? You know, where you talk about the other team to try to keep them in, keep their fans in as a commentator. You can't just go straight on the pylon.
Maybe.
Are we seeing that? Like, the game had that kind of vibe to it, where the Bills kind of seemed like they were in control from
In the trenches.
jump.
They controlled the trenches. And it's finally, right?
Yeah.
You built a team, you drafted a team, you went into free agency to have this shit happen, and you finally got what you wanted. I finally see it. Can they keep doing it, though?
That's the thing, though. I mean, KC kind of plays this possum game. They don't care about the regular season.
Bullshit.
I'm
Bullshit.
serious.
They wanted to
don't
win that
care.
yesterday.
this year
Bullshit.
I think they might because their record.
They needed to win.
If the season ends today, they're not in the playoffs.
I know, correct. And I know I'll probably get some people out there.
So are you telling me that the Bills did not earn that win?
The Bills earned the win, but Kansas City, it's very hard because they've won when it really, really, really matters. They don't view these regular season games as important. I will tell you right now, to a person, that the Kansas City Chiefs put a hell of a lot more value in their next opponent than they do against us.
Who do they play next?
Denver. They got a bye, and
Well,
they play Denver. It's
two
a divisional
divisionals
game.
against them, sure.
Denver's got 2 games, possibly 3 on them.
but you know, if they're going to make a run at the end of the season and the Bills keep trending the way they hopefully they do,
I get it.
that's a tiebreaker game.
I get it. They're just on their next level.
I disagree with you.
Feel free.
I will agree with you 2 or
Oh,
3 years
Joe,
ago.
don't.
No,
Okay.
2 or 3 years ago. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think it's the Atlanta Falcons this year saying it was their Super Bowl, and when the Bills first started beating them in the regular season, it was like whatever.
In years past, because the Bills' records during the season is spectacular. I think they're like 6-2,
5-1,
5-1. All right, off twice, both
right?
Yeah.
Right,
5 in a row, regular
don't,
season.
But don't you see Kansas City up it when it comes to playoff time?
Kind of, but I
not the
also
same.
see our team the last 2 years limp in and play against them.
Right.
Like we've been so hurt that it's just not. It hasn't been a great representation of what the Bills actually throw at them.
We're not the same team.
We're not the same team.
Interrupt, yeah. Then we play them in November like usual.
I don't think it's fair. It's always at least the last 2. I'm not saying for the whole series. Listen, in the beginning of the series, the infamous Dig standing out there with the confetti going off, and we lost. We hadn't. If we won that game, that was great. Even down to 13 seconds, that game. If you asked everybody in Buffalo just to be in it at that point and be up with 13 seconds left, I think everybody was okay with it. They didn't walk into it. I feel like the series has kind of gotten to where we got to beat the Chiefs. You got to beat them, and you can beat them. They've seen it enough in the regular season that they can actually compete and beat the Chiefs. Now, I love A.J. Klein throughout his entire career. I do not want him as my starting linebacker, and they just picked him apart. Last year it was Benford going out with concussion, and you just brought in Elam and just got torched for the rest of the game. Like, that's kind of how it's been. And it's almost like in those games, the Bills have offenses played that where I think everybody was this year, where they were just like conservative, hold the ball just so we're saving the defense from being out there, knowing that you can't go back and forth with them because you're just going to get shredded on the other side of the ball. So you got to play some of that conservative 15, 16 yard or 16 play drives and 9-10 minutes and just eat up clock on KC to try to make it a game. Where if you get to them and you're healthy, I don't think you see that same Bills team this year.
That's a lot of ifs, though. Like that's a
Well,
lot.
I mean, being healthy. The one if is just being healthy.
I know. I was willing to give up a first-round bye for it. I mean, you're all seeing it. You're all,
First round bye gets you healthy.
September 1, I said, give me a fully 52 healthy man roster. I'll forgo a bye. And that's just not going to happen. It just can't happen.
It's not for long, league.
No. The Bills' offense, universal Bills' offense and defense were next level. I mean, we can't get to the defense yet until Kyle says so, but
We got a couple categories to talk about.
go
first
for
here.
it, Kyle.
Okay.
Keep humming because I want to get to
Are the
defense.
tight ends the new number one wide receiver? Did the tight ends surpass the wide receivers?
Around the NFL? Or
No,
for
just
the Bills?
just on our team. Our tight ends now our wide receivers.
One of them, yes, is our best target.
Agreed. Kincaid.
Yeah.
Well, what was it? Like
and wait a
eight
minute, I will
the
take
tight
that
end.
around the league. Start doing that. There's usually, you had, Green Bay was humming with Kraft, was unbelievable. Brock Bowers,
Is he on this list here?
I don't think he is. I'll put him on there.
He's out.
he's out.
He gone. Is he done?
Torn ACL.
Okay,
yes.
he's done.
today.
Confirmed torn ACL.
What's his name again?
Kraft.
49ers?
No, Green Bay.
Green Bay. Tucker Kraft.
Well, they lost one, too, at the end to a torn ACL,
Yeah.
too.
And a D end.
No, I apologize. Might have been a torn Achilles.
So Green Bay lost a tight end and a D end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the defensive player. I know
We'll
that
have our
is-
fact
I was
checker
going.
check that.
Yeah, I was going more off of the off the tight ends. You had Brock Bowers for Vegas had 3 touchdowns.
Jeez.
And the third one was nasty, by the way.
Yeah,
The one-handed catch.
one-handed catch. Yeah. You have Laporta in there.
Well,
You
let's talk
played
about that.
the-
Let's
yeah,
talk about
I
Mrs.
think
Swift for a
just-
second. That
Yeah.
fucking bum still gets open.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to jump to defense for this one thing, and then we're going back to offense.
All right.
I think Bernard has got to get some. He failed yesterday on covering Kelsey.
what'd Kelsey go for? 2
When
2
they
for-
needed to stop.
I actually oh, no, he came back in the game. Never mind. Yeah.
I mean, not that he had 100 yards, but big third down and fourth down conversions. He was wide open.
4 for 66 yards.
4 for 66.
Yeah.
I mean, they only
listen,
had
they still
3
lost,
third
but-
down conversions the whole game.
But they were big and long ones. Big and long.
It was 4th and 17.
20.
No, I
was
know
his
that
big
one too. Yeah.
But that was the one right after the.
I mean, the
hate
dude's
to
wide
say it,
open.
Right after the timeout, that was.
Well, it was a guaranteed first down when you take the timeout on defense. You
Yeah.
just had to know that as a Bills fan.
What about the Bills wide receiver core? Do we still need something in there? Do we need a trade deadline?
I think
Pick up.
without calculating some of these injuries, I think they're.
Did you use a Rubik's Cube?
I did. I think
Or not a Rubik's Cube,
Magic ball?
Abacus. Abacus.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
Rabicus.
I think they would have loved to have targeted a wide receiver. I think that would have been
They got
the
till
top
tomorrow.
of their Christmas list. I think some of the injuries on defense caution them a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say. I figured you were saying the same thing. I worry that we might be stuck doing more defensive players.
So is Brady, or let me rephrase this. Is Keon Coleman getting the Davis treatment? Where
I do.
Davis was kind of getting schemed out of it.
I think he's in. Coleman, again, led the Bills in amount of snaps on offense for wide receivers. So he's out there more than everybody else.
How many
he's-
targets? 2?
2. But he's out there in a blocking role. So I feel like he's getting
Davis
the Mac
2.0.
Collins treatment this year.
Gabe Davis 2.0.
Mac Collins 2.0.
How's his season going?
Collins?
Yeah. Is he having a decent year?
Okay. He's about the same, I would say. Maybe a little bit less production-wise.
Than
but
Keon?
No, than just what he was last year.
Oh.
I think he's a better player than Keon Coleman.
I think he's
Why-
also a more veteran player
veteran,
than...
yeah.
Why is Keon Coleman having struggles? Can he just not get the separation? He's just covered like
He wasn't a
fly on
separation
shit?
guy to begin with. So
Yeah.
you weren't going to get separation. He did not have that coming
Oh,
out.
that's right.
a jump
Contested ball
He's a
guy.
contested
and
ball
they don't
guy.
throw him.
They did in the beginning of the season to their own demise for a while.
Has Josh ever really thrown
Contested
I've never
balls?
known him to be the guy who throws a dangerous contested ball.
Also
like that.
yesterday, how long into the game did it take before he
he's
threw a
thrown
ball more than 10 yards?
Couple back shoulder ones. Fairly early because the first touchdown was a 20-yard touchdown, and I thought after all of the talk for the last 2 weeks that we were going to get like an extra 3 points. It wasn't going to be worth 6 because it went over 20 air yards to Kincaid and it was a touchdown. I thought, for sure we were going to get bonus points or something because, that's exactly what, you have to throw it over 20 yards and get a touchdown. That's the only way it counts more. Yeah. But I was mistaken. It counts the same as James Cook running it.
He threw some longer balls yesterday. It was nice to see. Open up that game. Still don't have that field stretcher, but
You also had KC switch into single high. That was a single high coverage and out of 2, which means
when the one guy falls down, you got a wide open guy.
No, you threw instead of your two safeties back.
Yeah,
they only had a single high and a safety in the box, and they have a safety in the box because you ran for 216 in 3 quarters.
Yeah,
the week before,
right?
Yeah, they had a hard time containing Cook. The fact that he was able to get, what he's able to get first back, I believe, in 3.5 quarters to surpass 100 yards. It could have gone more. They had a couple of different schemes. I have full disclosure here. I missed the first half of the game. I was at a Buff State band performance for Honor Band, so I was kind of following it along on my phone. I had a guy next to me wearing an earpiece that I could hear. So I could actually hear some of the game while a concert's playing. 2/3 of the violists did a fantastic job, by the way, but you could kind of feel the anxiety a little bit. But the Bills, to your guys' credit, seemed to be in command. The defense stepped up. They stopped them, forced them to kick a field goal. They rose to the occasion. I was very impressed.
I agree.
Can we transition to defense? Or you still want to stick with offense?
He's still staying with Colton. I'll ask this one question because I think it's lost. Keon Coleman was drafted in the 2nd round, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Who was drafted around him that would fit and play currently that you'd rather have over Coleman?
Worthy.
Are you getting rid of Shakir?
I think you could have both. I don't know why you can't have Shakir's a nice, inside runner.
So then you're getting rid of Curtis Samuel at the time and Shakir. You're getting rid of 2 guys to take in.
Why
Worthy.
would I have to get rid of Shakir? I'm not sure.
They're essentially the same to me. They're the same slot guy. That's who he is. He's not the X. And Casey struggled until what's his name came back, Rashid Rice, to actually play the X.
Who only caught, I believe, 1 pass the entire game.
Worthy?
No, Rice.
Well, he also had Bishop play out of his mind. So that's for a later topic when we're allowed to talk about it.
Got to stay organized. Got to stay organized, people. We cannot be jumping all over the place.
The Bills were looking for an X. Everybody right now wants an X wide receiver. That's what they were looking for in that draft. They moved out and didn't take Worthy. And whatever, if you want to say you take that and do that, but Worthy wouldn't be your X large wide receiver on the outside.
I get that.
Boundary.
You asked the question, who's around? That he was around. He was around there. And if you're asking me right now, I know he was taken late first versus our guy early second. I think he's comparable.
I mean, that's fine.
He's someone who can answer your question.
I can also sit there and say that I can see the Bills passing on it because they already have that with Khalil.
I get it. And I'm sure they expected going into that draft more out of Samuel. They've had the last 2 years.
Right. So you had Samuel, you had Shakir. So Worthy, to me, did not fit another small wide receiver.
Right.
You would essentially have said that they had the Smurfs of wide receivers. You would have had Shakir, Worthy, and Curtis Samuel all at 6 foot?
Right.
They went out, got a big tall guy where he is in for contested catches is at the goal line.
Yeah.
That's where you see him throw the balls up. Like, that's where we saw him a lot more last year with his production and in doing that stuff, Coleman.
By no
You
stretch.
got James Cook now, though. Sorry to
Right.
interrupt.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Right.
I was going to say, by no stretch do I think he's a bust. He's in year 2. I think, again, there's a lot of room, growth to be taken. We've seen Bills draft picks have a rough second year and rebound. Kincaid's one of them, regardless of injuries. I'm not ready to give up on him yet, but it begs the question. If that was the issue, why waste a pick on that receiver position if we had all that coming in? We could have used that pick almost short of tight end and quarterback and running back on any other position. That could have given us a better advantage than what we're seeing now out of our first, second round pick last year.
So, pick 19 was a wide receiver, Ohio State, Egbuka.
No, you got to go another year. That was this year.
Yeah. What about
You got to go the draft prior.
what category
24?
would you put Lad McConkey in?
So I would say Lad McConkey, while is in the same thing, he was taken behind. So to me,
One
it's
behind? 1 or 2 behind? Right there.
One or
Shit,
two
what about
behind.
Brian Thomas Jr., 23?
You couldn't get him.
Why
we didn't
not?
have the 23rd
No.
pick.
Yeah, but
you
couldn't
need,
you
need a team to actually trade with you.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just sit here. This is the part that why I got up this.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there like a 6-year-old and whine and say, I want this player. You're giving me that player. Blah, 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 blah.
NHL
and I'm
94.
sorry.
You can make those trades.
I'm sorry. That's what I've had to listen to for the last 3 weeks, and it drove me nuts. But you can't act like you have to. It's reality.
Right.
You didn't get Brian Thomas Jr., and I think they called on him this week, which is a testament to it, that I think they would have taken Brian Thomas Jr., and I think that they probably called to get up to there. And when he was gone, they moved back and got what they thought was probably their best option. The other guy that they moved off of and they traded away was Leggett.
Yep, 32.
How did he look? You just played him the week before.
I didn't even see him.
You didn't see him, and they drafted another wide receiver this year because he wasn't doing anything.
What about this Ricky Purcell?
Okay, but he still plays more of a slot. He's not an outside X.
I see that.
I want him because he can get shot and come back and play.
Shot and come back and play. Everybody else, you took the guy with whatever. You moved back, took whatever you could get at that time.
Sure.
So your question at that point to me is they needed some wide receiver at that point. And he's a project. It's no different than, I would say, like them drafting Rousseau, trading back and taking him later. Wasn't going to be right out the gate your best guy. And he's more of a, if I can get something out of him year 3, year 4, I'll take that. The problem is everybody in Buffalo, expectations weren't that. They were getting Neighbors. You weren't getting Neighbors. You weren't getting Ndunze. You weren't getting Marvin Harrison Jr. And you didn't get Thomas Jr., which was the next possible option, because I guarantee Jacksonville didn't move off of it. And I know it wasn't just Buffalo that was probably calling for Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
in that draft. Jacksonville took it.
Do you think Keon Coleman can become something or what? Or do you think he doesn't have it?
I think he can be something. He's 22 years old.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's 22 years old. He also fits the role of everybody wanted to get rid of Kincaid 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. He fits the Bills' athletic freak talent and will teach you how to play football. He was a basketball player that switched to Florida State that just went down. In colleges, if you're athletically better than the guy on the other side that's covering you, you're going to do well.
Sure.
Like, that's what college is.
Sure.
You don't have a full 11 on 11. Like, you're not putting strength to strength.
Joe, can I say, I think with him, I razzed him pretty hard a few games ago, right before the bye, and him being not the smartest. I think his
You did. You
I
definitely did.
and I'll stick with it. If he can improve his football IQ, he could be a player. I'll agree. He is a freak athlete. He has abilities, but he needs to get his head straight. He needs, like the priority piece. Obviously, the team is pushing him in that direction. Like, you need to football. This comes first. You got to grow up, and then the other side of it is getting that football IQ and teaching him, how to be the best wide receiver he can. Looking out, not just saying, I'm going to run this route. He's got to be that guy who's got to say, I'm going to run this route. Wait, who are these 3 players out on the field? What do I got to do? Not every wide receiver can do that and make those changes and actually realize who they're running against. And he's got to learn some of that. And, yeah, do I agree? Next year could be a complete different scheme. Yeah. I mean, I agree with everything you're saying about wide receivers. It goes back to when, and I think we all gave him a hard time for it, when Bean lost his shit on GR, right after the draft, saying, "Are you kidding me with the wide receiver thing? Like, what do you want me to do? We have a massive, deep wide receiver room. We had it at that point. I wouldn't be surprised at this point if we don't even think about a wide receiver. I think, honestly, that man right there, that Gabe Davis jersey behind you, I think you're going to see him
interesting thought.
Play.
Is it possible that he is going to be their wide receiver that they don't have to find in the trade in the
yes
before the deadline?
It was talked about in the press conference today.
Oh, I did not hear it.
I didn't hear it either.
He's playing this week. Like, he's practicing this week.
No,
he's coming back
No
and
shit.
actually practicing.
No shit. I got to dust that off.
Well, he's practicing as a...
Still on a practice squad.
Right, he hasn't been called up yet.
He's there.
They took him off the practice IR last week.
Right, they took him off of that. He's still practicing and working through. Like, Daquan Jones was coming back practicing through that. I believe Palmer will be also practicing at some capacity on the practice field this week. Were the guys that I see. And I think with that, yes, is Olave better? I'm not going to sit here and say, no, let's not get Olave. Let's not get Waddle. Let's not, you know what I mean? Like, those guys are better, more polished wide receivers than Keon Coleman is currently right now. So they would step in, and yes, you would be better off day one. But the kid has also done decent stuff. He's blocking, and they wouldn't, if he wasn't able to block and do what he was supposed to be doing, he wouldn't get snap shares. I think that's been pretty clear with the coaching staff, especially James Cook in his year 1, year 2 with fumbling and everything else, and couldn't find his way onto the field until he cleaned stuff up.
If he struggles next year, then is it worrisome?
He's a project. And if he works out, it's great. And if he didn't work out,
it didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
Okay.
It's a second round.
It's a second round pick, and the wide receivers that were around him at that point, you could have flipped you know what I mean? You could have flipped it up. Yes, McConkey is obviously what he is, but he wasn't fitting the tangibles of what they were looking for. McConkey's not out there blocking in heavy, you know what I mean, when you're in 13 personnel and you're the only wide receiver on the outside.
Right. Do you think Hawes is replacing Knox because Knox is gone next year?
Maybe. I mean, you got money. You can allocate that in a different spot. With Knox, you do have a guy with experience now who's kind of built the same way. He's a big body. You already have Kincaid to take care of the hands. I mean, these two guys might be replacing Knox.
What's the cost of Knox right now?
Right now, he's expensive.
Yeah.
I think he's expensive.
He's not the same cost. You think he's...
I thought it was this year was his last year of expensive.
No, they pushed his money again this year, I think.
Okay.
And if you would like the wide receiver or anybody, you know, Brandon Bean, late night draft, you know, right, or, you know, trade, he's one of your cap options right now to open up.
Did I see Shavers had a catch yesterday?
Shavers had a catch yesterday.
Yeah.
1 or 2?
1.
Okay.
I think on 1 target, though. So he caught the one ball that went to him.
All right, perfect. Where's the box score?
Knox is up in 26.
Oh.
Yeah, he's up in 2026. So he signed a 4-year, $53.6 million, 31 guarantee in 2022. So, yeah.
We'll have to fact check you.
Okay.
I think the Bills want to have 3 tight ends on the field.
Agreed. I think it fits the scheme. I think it's smart.
So you telling me that Samuel and Shavers probably are not needed? What?
Your side came perfectly when he was talking about the Bills. It just sounded like you weren't happy about the tight end.
Yeah.
I mean, it's working, I guess, right?
If you don't have a third tight end, I think you're back to the Alec Anderson as your sixth offensive lineman. I know I wasn't on for the podcast last week. Did you guys notice in the coverage with Greg Olson made a comment during the Carolina game? You muted him.
Yeah. I can't tolerate that guy.
So the Buffalo tight end coach was Olson's tight ends coach
at
the time. So his pregame prep obviously is going to go in and talk to his old coach.
Sure.
In the Bills tight end room, every time Jackson Hawes catches a ball, they put something up on the wall because it's one more ball than Alec Anderson caught last year.
Really?
Okay.
So to me, that comment meant a lot because I feel like they made an effort to at least it's an option. It's one more, even if it's not 20 or 30, it's at least one more than what Alec Anderson caught last year as having a six offensive linemen on the field.
It's working.
If you look at the offenses that are cruising right now, they're all in heavy personnel. Mm-hmm. Indy is in heavy personnel. Seattle last night in heavy personnel. They throw out of it. Njigba gets 150 almost every week out of heavy personnel looks.
Man, takes care of my fantasy team.
So I just think that's currently right now, heavy personnel is beating up on the Bills nickel dime, of the past, like the small guys. Mm-hmm.
It's that cyclical circle that the NFL goes in, and they talk about it constantly, and they've brought it back up because we're at that point now where you're seeing the athletic backs and small athletic fast linemen aren't going to cut it anymore. Right. You need size, you need strength, and you can exploit it with a good running game now, and that's what we're doing. And you can also come along and exploit it with these tight ends who are able to block and run and catch. Yeah.
We see this in different sports, whether it's going with light, fast, offensive defensemen. Now you're bringing back the thick body, big, stay-at-home defensemen. The NBA, whether it's small forwards, now you're going with bigger bodies up front. I think what you're saying is we're seeing almost a paradigm shift across the NFL in terms of...
When's the last time you watched a basketball game?
When Larry Bird was on the team.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I did see, because I watched watching the unfortunate Game 7. I'm watching the Blue Jays, and they're one dude who went up to bat. I don't even know who he is because I don't follow him that close. But he's got a belly on him, man, and I haven't seen a baseball player.
The catcher?
Is it the catcher? He's a big dude.
Kirk.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm like, man, I haven't seen a guy like that. Like you
since Kirby Puckett.
Yeah, exactly. I look back at my old you look back at the old baseball cards you had as a kid, and they got freaking cigarettes hanging out of their mouths, and they all got guts, and they look like older than your dad. It's like, God, how do these guys play? They're living on
baseball,
whiskey, cigarettes, and women. That's what gets them through. But yeah, it's. I think it's that paradigm switch that keeps happening, and I think you see this fast athletic guys. You can be as fast as you want, and if you got someone with size and someone who can have size and actually be able to block, then it's going to be really tough for a defense to stop you.
Nice segue.
Boom.
Yeah. Any last things on the offense?
Let James cook.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he was full value. I mean, he's been great all year.
I do wish he would have broke at least one, just one.
I mean, he does too. Every time, man, I can see it all the way from my seats. Him banging that ground every time. He's so close.
Yeah.
He's just steady, confident. He's
patient.
He waits for it. His line. There's a couple of second half where you just saw the Bills' offensive line. It might have been Haas too. Just maybe 6 yards down the field, just bulldozing.
They're pushing them. They're
Yes.
pushing them off the line.
Right. The offensive line was great. Cook was great. Allen, 88%. Just unbelievable. What a
Speaking
total.
of Allen,
Yep.
now takes over the sole NFL history for most games with a pass and a rushing touchdown.
Correct.
Also has the most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback with regular season and postseason.
Who'd he beat out for that?
I think it's
Cam Newton.
I thought it was Patrick Holmes.
No,
He
Cam Newton has 75 regular season. Josh
Okay.
Allen is now 3 away from tying. He's
Yeah.
at 72.
He took over. I think he was the youngest quarterback from Mahomes. Mahomes had the record, and he broke one of Mahomes' records yesterday.
No, it was a couple weeks ago when he was the fastest to.
Momo was positive. One of the few Romo moments where he was positive. He talked about, I will fact check it, and I will get back to you.
Before the end of the episode?
Yes, right now.
Because he beat Mahomes by one game a couple weeks ago for touchdown passes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Can we all agree?
Yes.
I made this statement the other day.
here we go.
Josh Allen, the greatest Buffalo Bill of all time right now. Name a player.
If you had Josh Allen instead of Jim Kelly,
Well,
you would
know
have
how I'm
won.
gonna say.
You would have won a couple Super Bowls.
Let's be honest. I mean, I think he is the greatest. As of right now, there is no better player that's ever played for the Buffalo Bills.
What about the Juice? I
don't
mean,
know if he-
what he did, 2,000 yards in 14 games.
Killed his wife and
I wasn't going to go there.
Allegedly.
Kyle
exactly.
refuses to go there.
No, I agree he did, but I pure football talk.
I got a photo with the Juice, man. 3 months before he died. Okay, so
Wow.
I'm happy. With his arms around my neck, it was real funky. It's a real scary picture.
Just football talk of best Bills ever. It could be Josh. I mean, what he did was pretty spectacular, right?
Did he carry a
14
team,
games,
though?
2,000 yards.
Yeah.
I would say he
He's
did.
not a good team, but he did, carry the team.
But how many seasons?
Yeah, right.
did he
Season
do
in
that?
and season out. Did he do it? Because that's what Josh is doing now.
Was yesterday all Josh Allen or was it all James Cook?
It's a mix, but I
Yes.
think Josh is without Josh.
Josh's
still
stats
on
aren't crazy. 23 of 26. Barely. He didn't even get 300 yards, right?
285?
285, so not even 300, right?
285, though, in a win. I think this gets lost. 300 yards, usually you're losing.
Listen, I didn't
300
say he
yard
wasn't
passer is
efficient.
usually the team is a losing quarterback throws 300.
Because they're
I'm
trying
just
to
saying,
catch up.
I mean,
Who won the
Flacco
game?
threw 500 yesterday.
Who won the game, though? James Cook or Josh Allen?
Both.
Both,
Yeah,
but
both.
I also want
If
you
you
to
did
look.
have one,
Josh Allen's also reading that defense and making calls on the field and being that player as well of making decisions. How many times do you think Josh is actually audibling or making a change
I don't
and
know.
actually handing off?
I don't know.
No, we don't know. We're not going to know.
We kind of do because Brady says he's always moving at the play at the time. In his press conferences, he's making
Okay,
checks
let me-
and getting them into the
Mind you,
plays
baby.
that they're supposed to be.
let me rephrase my question. Which player had a more impactful...
Quarterback. You're going to go with quarterback.
Josh Allen was more
Yeah,
impactful than James
yeah,
Cook is? Or what if
yeah.
James Cook didn't rush for all those yards and burn all that time up?
I get it. I mean, if and what's with Canny and Butts.
That's
but
offensive.
And this goes to my point of this was a well-balanced game.
Correct.
We had 10 more minutes.
What do they say?
We
How
had
do they say
10
that?
more minutes of time of
What is
possession.
What is
it
say?
is
Complementary.
complementary football.
There you go. Thank you.
All three phases.
Yes.
And
All
it's
three
a-
phases.
It's agreed on. And
Yes.
but I think we schemed very well offensively for us to hold on to that ball. And I was surprised because I thought for sure that Casey wasn't going to allow us to play that kind of game. Sorry. But we 100% there wasn't a moment, and I don't know about you guys, there wasn't a moment in this game where I ever thought we were going to lose.
Oh, I can't agree with that.
Oh, I can't either. Once it went clang
I
off
was-
that goalpost, I'm like, oh.
Okay, so we'll talk about that later. I do have some viewpoints on that. But, okay, is that it for offense?
That's the transition
We're
to
done.
defense because that's
Josh
why we
Allen,
clanged off
Josh
that
Allen,
defensive
I will
probably
say-
the best Bills player ever.
I will go
I'll
with
agree
that,
with that.
and I think James Cook allowed them to do what they needed to do. I think James Cook probably had more of an impactful game. He doesn't run for 60, 65 yards.
I broke him down.
No, you don't see the looks that you're getting on the back end.
Right.
Like it opened up the passing game. Teams have been daring him and just saying, "Fine, we'll let you run for 216 yards." Carolina
They don't
let
want
them
you
run for 200. His average contact point against Carolina was 8 yards downfield. Wow.
Yeah.
Average. Average.
They use Carolina.
I figured the Chiefs were going to say, we're going to try to stop the run. We're going to let you're not going to beat us with the pass.
They didn't come out and do that, though.
They adjusted eventually, though, didn't they?
They eventually adjusted to do it, and when they did it is
We
when
adjusted
we
back.
adjusted back and let Josh get 285 yards. They both, that's why I say it's both, but it started with Cook. They have dared the Bills to run, and Cook, to his credit, has run every single week, except for New England when we turned the ball over 3 times.
Yeah.
And he only had 49 yards. It's like when you look at his game stats, it's 100 yards, it's 100 yards, it's a this. And then the 2 games where we struggled, it was 49 and under 100.
Speaking of turnovers, did you see the Colts turn the ball over like 6 times against the Steelers?
No.
Danny Dimes.
6.
Oh, shit.
Ain't going to win with 6.
No.
Okay, so the defensive segment of this podcast is brought to you by MJB Electric. Give Mike a call at 716-465-5017. He did guide me on the hot tub wiring. So,
Hey.
folks, it's that time of year. If you're getting a hot tub, give Mike a call. He loves putting them in, I hear. Our other proud sponsor works on Dennis and myself. I don't know if anyone else has
Dr.
visited him
Bob.
yet.
I
Dr.
might
Bob
have to.
at Doug's Chiropractic. We ain't getting younger.
No.
That's for sure. And Sean, how was the groin injury since you got into your bed that one night
It
or
has
got out of
healed.
your bed?
It has healed.
Oh, good.
I'm back at full strength.
Good.
Did 35 miles on the bike today before I came. So
Is that true?
Probably not 35. Probably about 15.
Really?
Yeah,
No shit.
35 minutes really. So
Wow.
15 miles.
Okay. Well, anyways, visit DougsChiropractic.com.
I
DUDZ. Z. I think he's Polish. DUDZIK. Chiropractic.com. Or give him a call, 716-634-6272. 2 locations, Harris and Worley, and the other one is in Harlem by the cemetery in Town Park.
Love you, Dr. Bob.
Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, defense. Cole Bishop. Did you hear or buy that Poyer's really taking him under his wing and he's really just out there coaching him?
Could be. I would
What do you
believe
think?
it. I would believe it. I think these guys, again, we expect that. Oh, there, it's about time. We expect that, these guys coming out of college and having some pro football coaches know exactly what they're doing. There's something to be said about having a former player, current player, really guide you in your career. And it's extremely valuable. And good on the Buffalo Bills for recognizing that and teaching this kid not just the game, but the game off the field too.
Yeah.
And that pays dividends years down the road.
Yeah. He's looking.
Poyer's got it both too. I mean, he's a smart guy. He definitely, when he was athletic, like he's lost a step. I hate, you got to be honest, and that's the truth. I mean,
You know who else has? Trey White.
Yeah,
He needs off the field.
Yeah.
but with Poyer, he's got the ability to teach on and off the field, and if he can teach him how to get a wife like his too,
Yeah.
that will also
Stunning.
that will also be another way he can help. the team
She's
out.
a nice
What's
addition
her
to
name, folks? If you don't know
716.
who she is,
I-
Sophia Bush,
Rachel.
Rachel Bush. Oh, there you go, Joe. You do that quick.
Actually used
We
to
just
come
pull
into
my
the
in-
restaurant.
Really?
Yes.
Let me pull up my Instagram here. No,
Really? She'd come in there?
Yeah, her and Jordan would come in
No shit.
midweek.
Are we talking about the place right up here, the street that's no longer?
Yeah, but not that location
No shit.
out by the stadium.
Okay.
We
RL
would actually get lots of
players
Yeah.
at the RL. Okay.
so.
Am I now allowed to say the Red Lobster?
You can.
Okay.
Off the Red Lobster.
The Red Lobster. Those
Mr.
goddamn
Lobster.
biscuits.
So Sal Capaccio was on a podcast.
This is why I brought.
today.
This is why I brought that up.
Oh yeah.
And
I overheard him
he's-
say.
Yeah, he had said that he was going to do a post-game interview with Cole Bishop and had to wait because Poyer came over and the two of them embraced and were obviously talking, and Poyer was talking him up about the game that he had. So you could definitely tell that they were both invested in building him up. And I don't think it's just that. As much as you said Trey's lost a step, Hairston has, to his credit, talked about how he's been in the film room.
You mean Hurston?
Hairston.
Thank you.
He's been in the film room while he was hurt. He was talking to veterans. I truly believe that is Trey that came in to do that veteran role for him and is teaching him under his wing. So, I mean, kudos to those two guys to come back and do that. And really, you had Micah Hyde last year come in and do that role. Mm-hmm. But that was Cole Bishop's 12th start in the NFL. 12th.
Wow.
So I think, everybody sees like second year, halfway through the season, he's got a season and a half in him. This is his 12th start. Really, he's 3/4 of the way through his first season of actually playing.
Question about safeties. Are we better off with Poyer back there or Hamlin?
No, I don't think you're going to see Hamlin.
I don't either.
Your other rookie was also well.
Oh,
Played
Hancock.
well. Hancock.
He stepped up.
They schemed real well with him,
Yeah,
too.
so he did.
They were using him in a lot of different different
They
ways.
they did some crazy things. The 4th and 3 where Bishop stopped Rice, he played Johnson's role. He was a cornerback on that one.
Yeah.
He was the nickel cornerback on that. Cam Lewis switched back to be the safety on that play.
It was
I was impressed with Cam Lewis's play yesterday.
And they did that a couple times with Hancock where they switched him out and he was a cornerback at times, and they dropped back Ingram or also Cam Lewis back into that safety spot.
And it was like right at the snap too. It was like right
Yeah.
before snap. It was so well schemed.
You know that's probably all McDermott, not Babbage, right? I mean,
I don't want to dunk on Babbage, as I think he's a very smart person. But
I don't think
for him
McDermott
to be
would have
in
him.
year 2 of calling a defense compared to McDermott, who's in year 20, I would expect McDermott to be much better at calling a defense.
Well, and they had
Than him,
They had
Babbage.
the scheme. You're talking about. We ended with the offense. You talked about whether it was Cook or whether it was Allen, and I was just it was neither. It was the Bills defense, and I'll give credit to where credit's due. It was the Bills coaching that had a game plan. They were rotating guys in and out. I wrote it down. They had aggressive substitution that they were instilling, as if the whole team had looked at film nonstop and knew exactly what they needed, because their defense was next level compared to what we've seen them, banged up or not. In Kansas City had been humming. Both, I mean, not so much with the run game, but with receivers. You saw Allen pressured. Sorry, I apologize. You saw Mahomes pressured. You saw him. I think he went like 3 for 13 when he was under pressure in terms of his completions. You saw the Bills scheme multiple times take away a lot of their strengths, and I don't think anyone at this table was expecting that kind of performance by the Buffalo Bills. Mahomes had his worst game ever, but it was still a 1-score game. Like, I mean, take that with a grain of salt. We said the same thing when the Bills lost to New England. Mahomes played his worst game as a professional, but we only won by a score. And a lot of that had to do with the defense.
Was that his worst game because he was missing people, or worst game because that's what he was running for
It
his
was
life?
I want to give...
passing percentage. He had the lowest
No, I
passing
know
percentage in his
lowest passing percentage, but I'm sitting there saying this as
chicken or egg. I
Chicken
want
or
to give
egg.
it to the.
Oh,
I
I
want to give
gotcha,
it a
I
D.
gotcha.
I think because if you would have, nobody would have taken that bet. DraftKings, no one would have put Mahomes, based on what he'd done up to the season, based on our injuries we've had at the back end, Maxwell or not. I mean, no one would have taken that bet. So I don't think it was who he was missing. He's Mahomes. I mean, come on. I mean, he could be I could go out there and catch balls. It was the Bills' defense and their scheme and their plan specifically for this game that helped win them that game.
That's why I wasn't afraid when it dunked off the upright.
Well, you had the PTSD, 13 seconds. I mean, you had Kelsey.
I kind of let go. I let go of that, but I felt
They
stronger
needed a
about our
touchdown,
defense.
True.
I felt much stronger about our defense than I did then. And we didn't do what we normally would do and play like a prevent. No, we played our game, and that's what we should be doing going forward: is play the game you scheme for. Don't try to change something last minute. But exactly to your point, 3 sacks, 14 pressures, 52.6 pressure rating, extremely high,
extremely impressive. And when he got the ball away, they were still burying him in the ground.
That was the most times he's been hit, 15 times in his career.
Shout out to Epinesa.
Bosa.
I was talking about that specific hit at the sideline.
So they talked
Russo
about that.
Killed him like 2 plays before that.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to call
So did I.
because he landed with
Oh, I
his full
did
body
see that,
weight
yeah,
right
yeah.
on top of him, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
They talked about how he loves to run to the sideline and stop because he's trying to draw 15-yard penalties when he gets drilled on the sidelines.
Well, he
Well, if
also
the refs
gets
know that.
players to stop running at him, so he gets extra. He buys himself extra time.
I mean, smart,
Yeah.
but he got drilled.
Yep.
Rob, you talked about the end of the game for a minute. All I'll say is my opinion at the end of the game is I didn't like the conservative short 2-yard runs. Like, I wish they would have gotten that first down after the 2 minutes so they could just got in victory formation and kneeled it instead of putting our team in a situation for Prater to try to make a 50 with a bum calf, and then you give Casey the ball, and we, like you said, PTSD from 13 seconds. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, shit, here we go.
They're not the only NFL
Played their
team.
ass off today. Watch, they could end up losing
They're
this.
not the only NFL team that does that.
Oh, I understand
A lot
that,
of teams
but-
are very conservative. I just don't know why you just don't sell out for the first down.
Why? I will tell you, in this situation,
So you're okay?
I would take it 1,000 times. I'd tell him to do the
they did.
exact same thing.
Okay.
I disagree. I
I know
you win this game.
You can
Let him
disagree
go.
with me
Hold
all
on.
you
For
want.
10
Hold on,
yards.
that's fine. I'll tell you why I would say this is.
Let's hear what he
You
says.
gave a team 22 seconds with no timeouts to go 70 yards on you.
Right.
And that's only because 99% of that kick was going through the uprights.
Yeah.
And with the 1% left on that, the last yard, it hit. You were 4 inches away from that
Right.
being a game
over,
over.
yeah.
You won that game. 3-4 inches to the left, you won that game. And even your bad outcome on that was 22 seconds and 70 yards.
Right.
I think it's different, and you might play that a little bit different, where you say they have Bucker and you just got to get a field goal and now it's a game, because then you only have to go 20 or 30 yards.
Yeah,
There's a difference between you needed to go the length of the field with no timeouts and score.
Right.
Now, did you only feel that comfortable in that game yesterday because how the Bills defense had been playing up to that point?
No, I think that's the correct way to play that game. I think that's your odds. You take that odds. Okay, so what were you going to do? Run? You still want to run Cook, so you run him outside.
They needed 7 yards. 3rd and 7, I believe, is what they were at, right?
3rd and 7, but
Yeah.
you had that last ran off what? Ran from 40 seconds, so you're giving up a minute for an incompletion. So they now get the ball with a minute, or you have to either punt it, and instead of going 70, it's at best
that
90.
last call didn't bother me. It was the 2 previous calls where they kind of ran Cook for 2 yards.
Right, but the part of that is you run them to the outside. Like, if you're not going to run them into the pile, right, and just play bully ball with them, you got to run them outside. You get them outside. What are they doing? Holding Cook up, punching at the ball, and trying to get a turnover.
First in time.
So that's an option. Like, when you're going out there, you're basically taking that chance of saying, all right, I might get this, but I also might turn the ball over with a minute 40, you know what I mean, on first down, a minute 40 or something with them, and they get a turnover, and now they have whatever, if you believe in momentum and all of that other stuff, they got the turnover. You eliminated the turnovers by running it straight into the pile and falling down. He essentially fell down on every single one of those. Anytime they got near the ball, it was like, I'm done. I got my time. Keep it wrong.
Are you telling me that analytics are saying that it's a better success rate of what they did as opposed to trying to get a first down and then kneeling it?
I think you're taking your risk out of it. Analytics might say that you might. I didn't look at what the probability is for doing that. You essentially, at that point, gave yourself a chance to win the game with a field goal.
Yep.
And at worst, you gave them 22 seconds to go 70 yards.
Yeah.
Mike,
Like,
what do you
that's basically that's the brass tacks of it. I'm okay with that. Yes, would it be nice to run out, kneel, and victory formation, play Mr. Brightside maybe 35 seconds sooner than what they did? Yes, it looks great and does all that stuff, but you take the chance of that going miserably bad, and guess what? Everybody is on the flip side of it as a Monday morning quarterback saying, you should have just ran it in, blah, 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 clock it, give them 22 seconds. Your defense should stop them for 70 yards.
Yeah.
I expect the defense to stop them for 70 yards.
Okay.
And on a touchdown. If you're talking about a field goal, we can have a different conversation. In that, I might be a little bit more aggressive. They needed a touchdown, and they needed to go 60, 70 yards to go do it with no timeouts.
Okay. Mike?
I agree with Sean where I
Write it down.
I know. Where I understand your thought, and I understand what you're saying about run and fall. But even if you design a scheme a little bit to try and get a couple yards, I mean, I understand you want to get right up the middle. They're going to open up the hole for you and all that. But if you just go outside a little bit, maybe you get, I don't know, maybe you get a couple yards, maybe you don't. However, on the fourth down, I'm kicking that field goal every single time. And
sure.
My wife and I got into it a little. She's like, they should just keep going. I go, no, they shouldn't. And here's why, and it explained to her that the points, because you know what? Especially with a guy like Prater, that kick is going in more than it's not.
He hit it halfway up.
He did.
Yeah.
He could have put 10
We're
more yards
really
with it.
arguing over
he had
3 or 4 inches.
Exactly, yeah.
It's currently what we're arguing.
Oh, no. I'm
He
not
didn't
upset
kick it
about
into the corner of the end zone. He hit the upright dead center. We're talking 3 inches.
And he could have been 10 yards back.
Yeah.
I'm more disappointed that they weren't more aggressive of attempting to get the first down. I'm okay that they tried to kick it because you'd seal the game.
I think that's the thing. If you were at 60, if he was 60, 65, and it was on the borderline,
right?
No, I would have been more aggressive.
Okay.
So if it's a 60-yard field goal,
By the way,
first couple downs.
segue.
for the first couple downs, I would have. But it's already in his range. He can make he's made a ton of 50-yard. He's made more 50-yard field goals than any other kicker in NFL history. He's in that range.
You got to let him do it. Yeah.
You're doing that. So those are the things that in that spot, that's why I say that. You're not trying a ridiculous field goal. You're trying something that's in his range.
Did he break the record or tie the record?
Cam Little of the Jaguars yesterday kicked a record-breaking 68-yard field goal.
That was off of his 70-yard field goal in preseason.
Yeah.
It didn't count because it was in preseason.
Yep.
That's
That guy's got quite the leg.
I think I heard a rumor, I don't know if it's accurate, that right after his thanks from the league was to get drug tested immediately. As soon as he came off the field.
I bet.
I'm assuming he passed. But yeah, that was what I heard. That right after that, they were like, "Oh, look at random drug testing. You're up." And good for him. It's great to have that. Kickers don't get a lot. They either get a lot of the glory or they get a lot of the disdain and hatred. And you get 68 yards. Good on him. Because of kicking 70 in the preseason.
Yeah. I think more impressed from the whole game was the impeccable performance from the D tackles and D ends. Finally, you went out and got these guys to get a pass rush, which was one thing that the Bills had always lacked in the Chief games. Mahomes would always scramble around. He'd beat you with his legs, because he'd free up in the back and make passes that you're like, oh my God, what is he doing back there? And you finally were putting him in the turf.
Right.
And he looked like shit.
The Hoyt injury is painful.
He was
That
oh
sucks.
huge. So So do the Bills try to go out and get a guy who's a little similar to Hoyt, if that guy even is
That
available?
guy doesn't exist.
Yeah.
He is the unicorn.
Yeah, he's.
And we have Hoyt for 3 years. I believe I heard right. They signed
He
him for
was a
3.
3-year. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got ability.
Well,
to come
Godspeed,
back.
buddy, and hopefully you come back better and stronger.
Achilles is the one. The one silver lining is we lost him for the year, but it is the one thing that you just do. It's not like an ACL where it
Sure.
takes a little bit longer. It's you heal it and you're back.
I saw an AI illustration of how they repair that. It's actually like sewing.
Yes, it is.
Oh, my God.
It's a tight muscle like that thing.
Jeez.
When you snap it clean.
Anyone here ever have their snap? No. I'm just curious how much it hurts because that dude stayed on the field.
Yeah.
They say it sounds like a gunshot. I've been at places like you hear it, like it,
I don't think
it
it's
snaps.
Rogers didn't go right away when he did his after the 2 years ago. It's more of a snap, and you just can't put weight on it, and
Your foot goes floppy.
Yeah.
foot goes floppy. So
But you hear it.
A
like
lot of
they
floppy
say.
foots this year out there.
Yeah.
Scattaboo, Godspeed, buddy.
that one hurt because his bone went through his skin.
Oh, compound. Yep.
Yeah.
That'll do it every time.
And I like how they led with that like second as the injury. Like, oh, he dislocated his ankle. I'm like, how about the bone fragments sticking out of his leg? That's why he had to have surgery
Instantly?
there in Philly. Wasn't allowed to leave.
Yeah.
He had an open wound.
So we talked about doing a great job of getting to Mahomes. I was there, so one thing that stuck out to me, and I haven't had a chance to go back, and I typically watch it, but I haven't had the chance. Bosa comes up, looks like he's got a beat on Mahomes.
Yeah.
I know the
About to
play.
Come at him,
The screen pass.
and then
He just stopped.
stops
Right? That one?
and
Yeah.
almost backs up, and he's like,
Yeah.
and that was to me of like, it's a mixed feeling of, I got to keep contained,
Nope.
but
No, he was
he
doing
I gotta
he
not-
did what he's supposed
yeah,
to do.
Yeah.
and that one killed me a little because
It
it's
did.
like, damn, man, I think he would have obviously
He
had
could-
him. He
no.
didn't know any better.
No, no.
Corey was pissed that he stopped his momentum, and I'm like, dude, he's got to play that guy.
Yeah, he was reading the screen pass. Like that was a designed play.
Trickery for
It was
Bosa.
pure trickery, and it
They talked about
good
it.
on Bosa for recognizing it. But it was with the idea Kansas City designed that to for a skilled defensive end to recognize. Oh shit, screen pass. So he froze him. They pulled the guard. I know if Bosa's coming in like on a free blitz and it throws caution to when he gets to Mahomes. But he knows if it's over his head, that guy's going to break for 20, 25 yards. So I've been in that same exact position where I've stopped on the DFD line, recognizing the scheme, and have actually gone back to make a tackle. It's against Grand Island.
If your guy lets you in too easy,
Yes.
it's
So
usually a
it's
screen.
usually meant to be that. Yeah,
I mean,
I understand.
it was
that.
a well thought up play, and I don't blame Bosa at all.
I mean, it would have been fantastic if he would have went full speed
Yeah.
at Mahomes,
Just wrecked
killed
him.
him. But
They-
if
they had
he
pulled
got
the
caught,
guard, like they had pulled
they
the guard
came
to pick
over
him
to
up.
hit- yeah.
I know. It was schemed, so he wasn't going to be a blind shot, almost kind of like a safety.
he was
blitz,
doing what he
but-
was supposed to do. But
Okay,
Yeah.
so did they show a replay of it too?
They did.
Like,
Oh, yeah, and they're all-
Oh,
they all-
lots
Oh,
of
they
it. It was
talked about it
beautiful.
on
Yeah.
broadcast.
It really
and
was
that's
good.
that's where I really needed to because it happened so quick, and I'm watching. I'm like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Like I didn't see. You know,
No.
when things happen that quick, it's hard to
That
pick
was
it up.
a Andy Reid special. Like
Okay.
that's that was one that he won the rep on that one.
Gotcha.
Casey did.
The other piece that I wanted to know what it looked like on TV and was when Andy Reid challenged the intentional ground.
Yes.
so I'm glad you brought that
Because
up.
it was like a
Gene-
good 3-4 minute timeout they basically
Gene
got for free.
Steratore on TV pretty much threw himself under the bus
Yes.
that he did not know the rule.
Yeah.
That is a not unchallengeable. However you want to word it,
You just couldn't
You're not
cha-
allowed to challenge that type of
yes.
play.
So it
didn't
wasn't
know.
intentional grounding. You know that, right?
The ball was tipped.
The ball was tipped, yes.
Yeah.
So the ball was tipped. They got screwed on that, but I'm okay with that because the two holdings
F 'em.
calls against us.
Dude, I'm
were
te-
absolutely
I'll
terrible.
say it.
So I'm okay. I feel good in the Karma land. We got boned earlier a couple times in that game, so good on that. And KC's had their share of wins, anyways. So it was that he kept arguing essentially
His
from
arm was hit.
Mahomes kept saying his arm was hit. The ball was tipped.
Right.
He should have said the ball was tipped. But you can't review, can't go back and review and take away a penalty.
Yeah.
Next year, I bet you will be able to, because that's going to get brought up at the owners' meeting.
issue I
I'm
have
okay
is-
with it because
Sure.
I'll be honest with you.
If that
would
was
help
us,
the other way around with it too.
Yeah.
It's got to be, though.
And they've done it this year. They did it this year. The NFL did it this year, and it kind of pissed me off. And it was against the Chiefs. Detroit's touchdown, where he was under center and ran out Goff and caught the ball for their first touchdown.
Yes.
The sky judge called the penalty. No one on the field called that penalty. The sky judge called the penalty, which they're not supposed to be able to do. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was
I know the
illegal
play.
formation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wildcat.
threw
He
to
came
him.
up, he came out
Yeah.
and rolled out, and he got too close to the center, so
Yeah.
he's supposed to reset,
Yes,
establish
correct.
himself, and go. Not one single official on the field for the entire play did it because it was reviewed as a scoring play. They then magically called a penalty after and said it was an illegal shift, which is the sky judge calling the penalty at that point.
is he allowed to?
No.
What does he do then?
Otherwise,
Affirm.
he should be able. He's affirmed the other one. You're not allowed to do on penalties. They've done it multiple times because they've done it with pass interference.
What was the attempt on that? That was
68.
that
He was going
his-
to tie the
that
record.
was,
And he had
his
it, too.
career long was 10
Yeah.
yards shorter.
Yep.
Sorry, folks. Cowboys.
Just kicked a field goal for 68 after we were
Prescott
talking
took
about
a
it.
big hit.
He's hurt.
Right before that,
I
yeah,
think
it
he's
looked
hurt.
like he was grabbing the back of his thigh, his quad, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about any
No, hold
other-
on. Let's go. So Gene Steratore didn't know that you couldn't review it, and he's like, "Oh, what was his words? I don't see why not."
Yeah, I don't.
To Romo and Nance, I don't see why not. I think was
It
his
got
response.
really weird with what they were talking about. Like, it got muddled of what it was, and I was just screaming feverishly at the TV saying, you can't, like, come on. And to your point, I was more pissed because I'm like, they get a free 3-minute
He should have
timeout.
got. If
Like, it
you
kept
challenge
going on.
something
You
that's
should
not a
go
challenge,
over.
NHL.
don't you have to get?
Play
Don't
a
you
game.
No,
lose?
no, you don't. We've done it before, but you go over and basically get told within 15 seconds, pick up your flag, and we're moving it on.
Andy was setting himself up for the next call. I mean,
It was
that's
the
what good
most
coaches do.
outrageous length of time.
That was
Now-
the part that I.
That was brilliant on his part, right? He probably
Right.
knew you can't review it, threw the flag,
Threw the flag and
tried
gave
to
him
get
some-
away with it, and got extra time.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Are we okay with? I'm going to go to McDermott because he's my boy. Are we all good with the timeouts that he used and when he used them?
100%.
Every single one of
Every
them.
single one of them. Every single. If they brought in a new defensive package, a whole new plan, and the first time you try something, it's always going to be a disaster. I was going to save you before.
Have
were
you
jumping
ever
on that.
thought about the
which one
fact
are we
that
talking
Bernard is not good at
whether-
calling the
we're
Are we
plays?
talking about
No.
at the end of the half?
Yeah,
Or are we talking
I'm-
about
I'm-
4th and 17?
I'm talking about the 4th and 7th. I was fine with that one because they almost ran the same exact play again. I think Romo called that the Polaroid shot. Get a look at what the play is going to look like, and they really didn't deviate from that one.
They didn't stop it.
They didn't stop it, but I mean, you had an idea of what it was going to be, and they made a better play than we did. When you're going to do with all of their aggressive scheming they were doing, coming in and coming out, you're gonna make mistakes, and he was quick to take care of that one. They're trying something different, trying something new. KC's never seen it; they've never done it before. So hey, it didn't cost them anything.
I guess in the end, they didn't need to have a timeout. So it's not like you'd say, what the fuck, he burnt those timeouts
Right,
and we needed
right,
them.
right.
I'll give you that this time.
Correct.
But I also now am worried, is Bernard
No,
a good play caller or
no,
not?
it has nothing to do with Bernard.
Why not?
Because when
so-
you try something for the first time, you're going to have mistakes.
What are they trying for the first time?
Swapping these guys out on a regular basis. They were sending four defensemen in and out almost every down.
I didn't see the replay of it, but the one where they called a timeout where they were all huddled and Casey was already
looked
there
weird.
and you were running out.
I didn't understand why Casey didn't snap the ball.
Did,
I was worried
that
about
was
that,
that. But did Casey sub before that where they should have held them up to where the Bills had more time?
They were out in formation. The
I
Bills
didn't
were still
see
in the
what
huddle.
Casey did. I
I
saw
think
what
we
it
had
was
already
before.
subbed because I remember watching that one specifically, and we were just really slow to get
Yeah.
out. And I thought that was a good timeout.
I get that. But did you notice, did Casey sub at all? Because if Casey subs,
Not in
they
addition-
have to hold them up.
They do allow us to change. They did not.
Okay.
It was not. Because I remember looking at that, and we had made any substitutions we had made for a sub, we had already done it, and then we came back in
To a huddle.
to a huddle.
They were breaking
'Cause I remember
it. They were
watching
out.
it and being like, "What are we doing? Why? What? Their wideouts are getting out there. Like
Yeah.
we need to move."
Yeah.
And then it was like, boom. Because if they would have snapped that ball, we would have been shot.
Okay, so I guess I'm okay with them having to use a timeout, but it would be nice to not have to use a timeout.
I get that, but they're human beings.
Sure.
They're trying something new. Their defense are going up against Mahomes. I mean, a little.
So what are you
extra-
saying? They all have PTSD
I'm
out
just
there?
saying, like being overly cautious. I mean,
What
that
about
could be 7 points.
What about the field goal one?
Which
Oh,
one?
I heard they had 12 on the field. Is why he called it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I heard from Capaccio or Jeremy White today.
Right.
Because somebody asked about they were talking about all his timeout usage.
Yeah.
And that one was brought up, and he thinks that they had 12, and that's why they called it.
That's what I.
So I'm okay, because if you didn't call timeout and you had too many men on the field, you give them a first down. On that play, I believe, was short enough to get a
I think
first down.
they actually
was-
went offside too on that field goal kick too. Like they that was a disaster. So it's calling the timeout cleared up a lot.
I'm okay if it's going to save you,
Yeah, points.
right?
Sure.
Points, yards, first downs, whatever. I guess
You just didn't need him. It didn't matter.
we all know that I'm not a McDermott fan, and when it comes to time management, he's not.
He irks Kyle a lot, but it didn't hurt him. It didn't cost
He's not
him.
the Stephen Hawking's of time management.
No, that's a good one.
R.I.P. Stephen.
Oh, seriously?
Right? Didn't Stephen Hawkins die?
A while ago.
Yeah.
How a while ago?
It's been a minute.
All right, hold on.
It's like COVID death, man. Like,
We got 8 guys on this.
all I know is I just pulled that up next.
Oh shit! I'm off by a whiles. March 14th, 2018.
Yeah, he's
R.I.P., buddy. Whoops. Whoops.
okay.
I see that was devastating for you when it happened. Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Where were we before we got? I said Stephen Hawkins. McDermott's.
You were on McDermott timeout.
Oh.
Timeout, Lynn.
Rant.
Hey, you know what? At least he's still not fucking calling timeouts and then punting it anyways.
Right.
Very true.
I mean,
All those years, he should have just taken delay of game.
Kyle,
penalties.
can you just admit that McDermott outcoached Andy Reid? Can I hear you say that?
I don't know if I can say that.
Okay, we're gonna watch it right here. So I mean, it's yeah. I think
Good time for
I
highlights.
think you had a clear coaching win.
Listen,
for McDermott.
how many times have I said it? When you can make the opposing team's QB less comfortable than yours, you're going to probably win
There
the
it
game.
is.
Right.
That boy deserved it.
Right. I get it. You know, it was,
And we
it was-
haven't talked about him yet either.
I know.
So whatever, McDermott is McDermott, and we'll see what happens. But
Right.
How did the Patriots pull that out?
okay, Patriots. Well,
Right,
I'll
right.
get to current events later, but
Quite right.
yeah,
The horseshoe's going to fall at some point.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
I'm not
exactly.
concerned.
I do agree with that.
Josh had some flashes in the beginning too, like that first right before he got injured, right? Didn't he have those flashes? And then he came back and did well. I mean,
Okay,
do I
so-
think he's going to be a bad quarterback? No, but I don't think. Yeah, that can't. That
Pittsburgh
can't sustain
scored
itself.
24 out of their 27 points off turnovers from the Colts. In 13 seconds, they showed a strip sack fumble and an interception to like a guy 3 yards away. Okay, Maxwell Hairston, is he ready for full-time go?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he looked good.
I've seen enough.
I don't think they're going to give him it. He
Which
got
is
to
fine.
50-50.
Which is
You mean
fine.
just
So he
work
played
slowly,
50-50.
keep working them,
Yeah. And the positive thing, he was
Until
out for
someone
the
gets
last
injured?
drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
he was on the field for the last
His
drive.
first pick is Mahomes' pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mahomes.
I got you saying it.
What an
It's a
incredible
hit for
like.
you.
It's perfect for him. I mean, it's that he's playing. He's doing well. He's fitting in. And to get that out of the way and do it against Mahomes. Like,
And we have a guy that can run as fast as Xavier Worthy.
that was-
So
Yes.
everybody
Finally.
else can calm down in Buffalo.
Finally.
With him. Yeah, it made the Taco Bell go down a lot easier.
How good does that make you feel? How good does that make you feel now that
there for that.
you've got Hairston on? Is going to be on the other side of Benford. Like you're kind of secure
good.
now, right?
I think him being over there allowed Bishop to have part of the game that he had. He did not have to play the over the top. Rap playing hurt for the first half of the year. I don't know how much you're covering and making up for that. So you're making up for that. You're making up for Trey not having the step that he is. You know, how much of that really affected the back end of the defense to where they finally pulled the cord and put Rap on IR and you got the kid back with some speed. And you bring in the rookie Hancock. He's also got wheels in the back end.
Herbie Hancock.
Yeah,
He was in Buffalo yesterday, by the way.
Herbie?
Herbie Hancock was performing at UB.
No shit.
Yeah.
Do you think Bernard is struggling in pass coverage? Guys on the radio are talking about how he looks lost out there when he's got to drop back and cover somebody.
There's a couple plays. So there's one specific play where he came back in the first half, and you could see him. He dropped back in the hole, and he's yelling. He's got his arms up, and he's throwing in the back, that one. So that play, Bishop checks to man right before the snap, and you can watch Benford on his side, picks up man. Ingram's still playing zone. And it gets thrown over Bernard, so it looks like he's lost in space. But he's lost in space because it's supposed to be a man check, and Ingram missed the check.
Right.
Which that stuff's going to happen. You're going to have that, but that's really on Ingram, and he gets left out to dry. Do I think he's had a couple other ones that he's been there? Yeah, but he's also had balls where he's picked off and saved the game for us too.
Right.
You know, like,
I'm not ready to throw dirt on him yet.
no.
Did Mono start and finish the entire game?
Well, yeah, he played. I think
He was in.
Yeah,
he was one of the guys that was being substituted in and out throughout the game.
When Shaq Thompson comes back, do you think he'll play more than Bernard?
No, not Bernard.
I think if he was even healthy for this game, I don't think he plays. Jack Thompson, I think, is your linebacker if you're playing a run-heavy team.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to ask me that question if he's playing if you see Baltimore in the playoffs, you might see more reps from Shaq.
Couldn't you also play a 4-3?
What I'm saying is you play a 4-3, and what they did do is, I mean, Bernard didn't play that game, but he might not have played that game for simply scheme too. You might have played him, Williams, and injuries. You know what I mean? Like you would have played Milano at that spot.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, with Hoyt out, is it completely over? I mean, they still got enough bodies.
If you get Daquan back, which it looks like at some point you will, I don't necessarily think he needs to come back against Miami's like half team.
Right.
See how many more guys they trade away.
Kind of really sucks about Ed Oliver now, doesn't it? Now that Hoyt's done.
Yeah. Well, it hurts.
The guy that I want to see is a rookie that's in that spot too. If he can come back, that
TJ Sanders.
yeah.
Hey, Dan Walker had another decent game. He's a big dude. We were watching there, and I go to Corey. I go, who is that 96 that's standing next to Bosa that's making Bosa look small? He goes, I don't know. And then I look up, I'm like, holy shit, that Deion Walker, man, he's huge.
Deion Walker's big. He's great for the run, man. I was so happy to get his signature.
And pass. I think he's covering up stuff too. He's been penetrating a lot on pass plays where he just takes his guy and throws him in. I think that's the difference this year. They did well on the rush, keeping their lane integrity, but they also got pressure up the middle, which we've always had outside just speed.
Yeah.
Relied on speed to try to get around and get to Mahomes, where they finally got like push up the middle.
Yeah.
Well, it's a year where you can get a hand on Mahomes and you bring him down, unlike 6 last games.
Yeah.
You get a knuckle on him and you never bring
sneaks
him down
away.
and you never get
Gets the
sacked.
ball out.
Yeah.
So you guys talked at Oliver. Did you guys hear the last breaking on it? The insiders, like when they think he might return. I had pulled that
I
up
thought
and
he was done.
No, they had put something out yesterday, a day ago, saying that
Breaking news, folks.
He could potentially come back the first game of the playoffs.
Which would be impressive. They were talking, I think,
First round bye would be nice, huh, Sean?
If we get it, Super Bowl. If they make the Super Bowl, he could be back.
Super Bowl?
That was the timeline.
He just said first round of the playoffs
No,
in
no,
6
no.
weeks.
No, I know. I'm going originally when they were talking about the original injury with the torn. They were like, well, may not be season ending, but we're talking if the Bills make it the Super Bowl, he probably could come back for that. Now, I mean, obviously, you want to have it sooner rather than later. I mean, he's a beast, and he's been playing exceptionally well.
Okay.
I think they'd probably open up practice for him then. You might get maybe AFC Championship game out of him.
That's where I was thinking.
And then maybe Super Bowl. I don't think you get the first 2 rounds.
But for them to say ready for round 1 potentially, that's
Right,
exactly
it's not
where my
done.
mind was.
Right, and here's what's really important. I mean, this is not going to be rocket science. Every medical person out there.
So not Stephen Hawking?
It's not Stephen Hawking. he can still stay in game condition. It's an upper body arm injury. It's not like he blew out a knee.
Yeah, he
or
should
his
be on the
calf.
bike like you.
He's going to be. He's at least going to be able to
35
stay
miles.
where he does not going to come. You're not always prepared for it, but he's going to be up to speed.
For him, the only thing that I'm worried about is it's upper body strength.
Yeah, you got
Right.
push
So
off
what
is
you are
everything.
doing is he's not running a 40.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He's not running the 4.140. He's not on the outside. He's all upper body strength, which is what that is. So when you do get him back, he can be back. Is he going to be back at
no.
the level we saw him, which was unbelievable? I mean, the stats he's got for the limited time that he played this
And
year.
I've been at Oliver hater because he gets hurt all the time. He played well.
Yeah.
Till he got hurt.
Till he got
Well, again.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that his
tough.
second or third time he got hurt this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough.
second time this year.
All right, folks. Anything else before we introduce 2 new segments? Anything else from the defense that we want to shed a bright light that hasn't been shined?
Can I touch? Are we going to?
You can touch
about
anything you
special
want.
teams.
What would you want to talk about?
I feel like we struggle to prevent them from. They make it to the 30 every time on kickoffs. Like it's inevitable.
There were a few holds on there,
Speaking of holds,
Okay.
which they've gotten called. If you watch KC, like Jacksonville game that we were watching, they had 2 flags. They had a flag the week before, and it was almost like now. To the Zebras' credit, they kept them basically in and did not throw flags for both teams. So I'm okay with that. But I think a couple of those runouts, you could see guys that were going to make tackles
Okay.
got held up on them.
Okay.
do they call it?
Nope.
I can't. Again, when you're at the game, that's one of the things you lose a little bit is seeing those kind of things.
You don't
There's
stream
times
it?
I've seen.
You don't stream it while you're at the game?
Yeah, no.
Oh, Joe, do you watch the game on DVR? Like, do you pause, like, rewind every play? Because
No.
you come here with, like, all these fucking stats and shit. What's your method?
Lots of
You're a genius.
Lots of after watching all 22
Oh, okay.
footage, things like that, of just different plays and stuff like that they do. And, kind of mentally like, hey, this is what they did, and I want to go back and see, like, trying to look up to see what they're actually doing.
That's what I like to do. Like the following Wednesday or Friday after a game, is I'll watch the Express view of it, the one they break it down and make it like 20 minutes. Like you get to watch the whole game, and it's just all the highlights.
What is that
like
on?
the major plays? You can. I'm pretty sure.
YouTube?
You can you go to. Yeah, the Bills, NFL.com, and you click on it, the game, and then it'll give you the ability to just rewatch that Express one. That's just the highlighted plays.
Once you watch it,
So not a handful of 2-yard runs?
right? Once you watch it once on your YouTube feed too, it comes up automatically because I don't even search it; they're there. The NFL one and the Bills one every week, so they're cool.
Just curious what your method was.
Yeah.
You bring excellent information. You all do. I guess I don't praise you guys enough on this show.
Yeah, they're all geniuses.
Yeah, all geniuses.
It's because you're the nut that keeps us screws together. Okay.
Hey,
Thanks, Kyle.
hey, If we all don't lean on each other, one will all fall.
I like it.
All right.
That's good.
I was very impressed with the pass rush, something we desperately needed. You're not going to be able to completely lock down the Chiefs and not have Kelsey find the soft spots in her zone. It's always going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Always. Dude, Cardinals look good.
I think you pick your poison on defense.
Sure.
I think that's what I was trying to get to with the offense is no matter what defense you are, you're usually picking your poison.
Right.
Like you're either selling out to sell one or the other.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And to McDermott's credit, a few years ago saying we have to be able to run the ball.
Yeah.
I know that sucked to hear because we were throwing the ball all over the place, but he kind of said it this year too. You got to be able to throw the ball. You can't just be a run team too because you can just sell out and throw everybody in the box and you're not going to do anything. But
right.
I think they've done a decent job going back and forth between both looks, and to me, they're a hard team. I think they would be a hard team to stop on offense with what they're able to do, especially with you play 13 personnel and you can throw the ball out of that.
Hey, when we're firing all
Successful,
cylinders, they're going to be tough.
You can consistently, successfully throw out of 13 personnel.
Keyword right there, consistency. Are the Bills going to be able to do this consistently? I sure hope so.
I think if you have number 86 in the lineup, yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Q Guard himself, or Q Collar, whatever it's called. All right, let's get to our new segments. We're going to do some shit from around the league, current events, whatnot, and we're going to go around the table and do our 3 stars. We'll do the 3 stars first, offense and defense. And Joe, do you want to go first?
Wait. I'm gonna throw a flag on that one.
Why?
We're just going 3. We're not going 3 and 3, right? You're not talking
3
6
altogether, right?
Fine.
It's a lot of stars.
There's like 28 stars we got to come up with.
And what's your rules? One from offense, one from defense, one from special teams?
No, they could be any 3 you want. Whatever. Sean ruined this bit.
9 you want. Big 9. God, if they lose, this is going to be real terrible, Kyle.
3 stars, whatever.
Throw the flag.
Fine.
Let's go first.
Did you throw me up on this, or somebody else want to go first?
I'll go first.
Go first.
Here we go. I figured there's a lot to pick from, so I'm going to go with some individuals that are probably not going to be on anyone's radar, so I'm not taking anyone from anyone here. My 3rd star is going to go to Babbage, who I thought, again,
Oh my God.
was the defense outperformed all expectations.
Puppet.
As the defense coordinator, I got to give it to him. I want to shout out the offense because their last score, I believe their 4th and final touchdown was surgical. Like every aspect of their last drive was surgical. And I shook my head. I said, that's fantastic. So my 2nd is going to go to Brady. And my 1st star is going to go to McDermott. So I'm sure I picked nobody who actually was on the field, but I left a lot.
One of those 3 guys were on the field, technically.
Right, I left a lot on a lot there on the carcass you guys could pick from if you so choose to. But I thought this was the first time where I had no doubts the Buffalo Bills had the better coach, at least for that game.
Who wants to follow that up?
I'm going to follow it up because I'm going to,
Jeez.
you're going to laugh.
Took the fun right out of that.
Wait, do I have 3 more picks?
So here's where I went. Star number 1, defensive play calling and scheming, and I'll agree with them. But I'm in agreement, and I'm not going Babbage though. I'm going McDermott in regards to that. But
He
I'm
was
gonna,
up there.
He had the play sheet. He had the play sheet.
I'm going to call it.
Wait, are you
play
McDermott?
calling / scheming?
McDermott's your number 1 star? You copied me.
I don't have a number 1. No, I don't have like a top to bottom. I just got three
in any
stars.
particular order.
No,
okay.
no particular
That's
order.
not
Okay.
fun.
Next one, and you're gonna offensive play calling. I hate to say it. I think
Did he just pass you his
I had
notes?
this written from the beginning. Nothing's changed.
I'm going to pick guys that no one else is going to pick at the table, and next I'm going to pick the exact same ones.
And this is where I think, honestly speaking, complimentary football comes into this, because I think the schemes and the play calling and what we did to prepare for this game and how all of the players properly, fell in. I think that's where
Coaching.
Yeah. They executed the X's and O's.
Folks, this is our first time doing this segment, so.
And then here's where I differ from the coaching.
Oh.
Star number 3 does not go to an individual, though, either.
Special teams
It goes to the O-line.
Yep.
And I think
The hogs in the trench.
I think I coming from one O-line to the other, as I played O-line and D-line, but I think they don't get enough credit, and I think we wouldn't have had the run game we had and the protection we had if it wasn't for them. So,
all right, good job.
Yeah, no,
Signed Torrance today.
Yeah, right.
They did?
No, I want them to
Oh,
sign
he's
Torrance
fantastic.
today.
Another Bean.
You did
draft
not hear
pick.
about Chris Jones.
No.
Second game in a row
Yeah,
against the Chiefs.
I know.
Torrance is the Jones killer.
He's great. He's full value. A couple of highlights. Couple in the second half that I actually saw highlighted that matchup.
All right, Mike.
I'm going to go with someone different.
coaches. No, I'm sorry.
I'm going to go with the water technician from the no, I'm just kidding.
Jimmy is a nice kid. He does a good job with the Gatorade.
Good quality H2O. Sorry.
Who's the guy J.A. called out in his MVP speech?
Oh, yeah.
Guy in the mailroom. Guy in the mailroom.
Yeah.
So I am going to pick players, actually. So these two in no particular order. Cole Bishop, I think he had a hell of a game. Someone put in our group, potentially a breakout game. I'll call what you want. I thought he played excellent. James Cook, I want to give it to Cook because he's just consistently, breaking these 100 yards, and then he did it against Kansas City, and that's a big deal in itself based on their defense. And then my third star is the defense as a whole. Just the unit played great. We can go down, and we already did talk about the individuals and what they did, but the fact that year after year and game after game, it seems like we're going toe-to-toe with these guys, right? And we always, when it counts, end up on the short end of that stick. Well, maybe not this year with the Steve if it plays that way.
Nice. Good, Joe. I'll go last.
Can I get him going?
Probably. I'm easy to rattle.
McDermott.
Scouting department with Bean.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but to that point, not part of my overall, but if you really look at all the players that were impactful in this game, a lot of them were homegrown talent from drafts. I think silence is a little bit of the narrative.
I considered it. I was like, if you look at who they've drafted for almost this game, I thought of giving one of the stars to Bean just to be a smartass.
I'll give it to
anything?
Bean just to throw one at Kyle. Did
Buffalo Joe really? Besides going to the coin toss, because that's the only
He
time I
was
saw
out
him.
on he was on a
Special
couple
teams.
special teams plays, but that's it.
But not really.
No, not too much.
Okay.
I think Cole Bishop has to be on here. It was by far his best game. I think what is also lost was Bishop called a lot of the checks, audibles, and things during that game and saw a lot of different things. If you go into the All-22 and you see
I saw some shit,
some
man.
of those things where he was checking and moving guys around on different plays, much like we saw Shaq Thompson with Epinesa the week before, basically saying, hey, it's going over here. Bishop had a couple of those where he just straight read film and went into it. So for him, I can't not give him. I'm sorry to be back on yours, but
genius. That's all.
I think looking at the game that Bosa had, I mean, he had a sack and a half, nine pressures, led the team with 9 pressures. They didn't have an answer for him.
I actually thought it was him with the Achilles. I didn't. My first instinct, because I know it was someone on the end. I thought he was coming off injured without putting, and then it was Hoyt,
who, in and of itself, had the best 7 quarters I've seen I mean, I'm serious. I'm not actually joking about this. I mean, his last. If you look at his 7 quarters that he played, were insane at how he did that stuff.
Is that how he looked like in LA too?
Not all of his time. So that last year, that last season, he did a lot of that stuff, but he didn't play all 3 downs. They brought him in basically as a 3rd down specialist. Mm-hmm. So which is I kind of thought that they were going to do for us too, but he played a lot more, and I'm not sure if he played a lot more only because we were injured. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if he's getting the same snaps, because if you have Ed Oliver in there, are you subbing him out to put Hoyt in? I don't think so. I think Oliver's getting some. I think if you have Sanders, so I think he got a little bit more run. Yeah, just from a health standpoint for us. Yeah. Kincaid with over 100 yards catching to be the first one since I think it was I think Jacksonville was the last one to get over 100-yard rusher or 100 yards catching.
It was some weird team.
It was a weird team, and I think it was all garbage time catches like last season. He's just, I think he is what makes he's the passing game go. I think it's Kincaid.
He's your X factor.
He's your X factor. How reliable this is, but I did see something. It could have been just AI clickbait or not. But I'd like to think that it's not, is because it did come from one of the NFL sources. They had talked about how the Bills were fielding calls about if we wanted to trade Kincaid.
Oh,
really?
That's easy.
And the quote back from that is we will never trade Kincaid. He's our future.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Which I think to me that response back was great to hear, because I do think he is our future. And looking at that team, I know Kincaid is not Kelsey yet, but I think he's got the potential to keep running that up to where it makes you really hard if you have a tight end that you have to put 2 guys on in the middle of the field. That opens up your wide receivers to do whatever the heck they want to do. Your wide receivers, running backs, everybody else can just eat.
Yeah.
How about you, Kyle?
We saved you a couple of softballs.
You done? You got
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yep.
I'm curious what teams called for Kincaid and what they were offering.
I can tell you right now, all 31.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I don't know if all 31.
You're a dereliction of duty if you weren't trying to pursue that. If you're a general
I don't
manager,
know about all 31.
all 31.
I don't know about that. I got 4 stars.
Here we go.
Of course.
I don't need to explain
All in
why.
the front office.
The guys that sweep the parking lots.
Yes.
I got
gate 3.
I got Josh Allen, who did not look scared, and he brought his killer instinct finally back. Last couple games kind of had me nervous on where his head was at, and seemed like he was a little either too frustrated or just he just didn't seem like he was in it. In this game, he seemed like he came back.
Did you hear his presser?
No, sir, I don't watch pressers.
Don't watch pressers?
No,
I
sir.
don't watch it, and I heard it after the fact. He said he was slotted during this game. He worked on his mechanics the last 2 weeks.
Okay. Hey, cornhole, Rob. Got to get slotted.
Got it. Yeah.
Got
It was
get it in
a
hole.
sexual,
Get it on the
You
board.
think it was a sexual frustration?
Put your
He
bag in the
needed
hole.
a release.
Yeah, maybe.
Hole friendly.
Yep. Those bags are hole friendly. James Cook, because he keeps cooking. Have we had a running back this decent since Thurman?
Lynch?
Yeah, Marshawn
Maybe a
but he
Lynch,
wasn't
maybe a little
even that
McGahee.
good
McGahee,
with-
Spiller,
one
and
year.
you had guy from the Eagles,
Oh, McCoy.
McCoy.
Yeah, Shady. I don't know.
But Cook, I enjoy watching him quite a bit
Yeah.
more than some of the other guys
He
we
hits
talked
the
about.
seam. He finds holes like
if you
Spiller
threw
is
those,
the one that I think is the closest to him as far as hitting and going. Like Spiller was that one guy where that one season before he got hurt, if he was in the second level,
Yeah.
he went.
Yeah, if you look at them at their peak, Lynch is a little, because he had such a great career post Buffalo. But if you look at all of those guys we mentioned, you look at them, and stack him up against Cook right now, I think you still take Cook.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I'd still take Cook.
What about O.J. Simpson?
We got through.
What about
half
O.J.
of-
Simpson? He
really
was a
wish
fine
I got
running
to see
back.
him run. I mean,
I heard he was awesome.
seeing him run and Bobby Orr playing defense for the Bruins.
You know it.
unfortunately.
You know it with Brad Park.
Yeah.
What could have been?
Okay.
I mean, I could drive a Bronco though. Saw that.
Yeah. I got Bishop because I mean he was darn
He
good
took a
out
step.
there.
He
was
took
darn
a
good out there.
legitimate step.
He was making pass breakups. He was making some differences out there. And my last star goes to Joey Bosa, who's playing. To be okay. Let me ask you this: of all the people that have gotten injured, didn't you expect one of them to be Joey Bosa?
You really had to
I
put
did.
that out in the universe.
Yeah. But you're right.
You're sick, man.
You had to put that out in the universe.
Everyone's concern about this freak was, is he going to stay healthy?
Right.
He doesn't even take plays off. He's out there all the fucking time. I thought they were going to spell this guy. Yeah. Maybe you can't spell him.
I think
Guy's playing great.
We almost, and we're kind of forced now to keep playing him the way we are with.
Well,
with the
you still
injury.
got Groot and Epinesa. You could still play more.
Yeah.
You do. On the outside, you have been pretty healthy, and I think they rotate him through. He's just out there more than I think you're used to seeing. Vaughn was out there for third down.
Vaughn sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, really, in all honesty, that's where you saw here's this guy that's going to be the pass rusher.
Yeah,
Bosa gives you more.
he does.
Gives you more as far as he can be out there more. Downs.
I wish we had him last year.
Yeah.
I think Vaughn was capable. I think the injury he was coming down on the end of his career. He was still very productive. The injury is what was the nail in the
Trey
coffin.
White, any of these. You know what I mean?
He did.
All
And,
these season vets.
He hasn't done much in Washington this year, too.
I mean, let's be honest. Bosa's got that nose. He can sniff out them plays.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. Dude's a freak.
He's great.
He's very happy to be in Buffalo.
Yes.
Very, very happy.
Wait, those are the statements I love of him.
Why?
What
What did he say?
He came out and said he's never had this much fun with a team.
Or spend as much time with
the
teammates.
months of just coming here.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that too. Yep.
That makes me.
His post game in the locker room in 2 minutes, he said happy in 4 sentences. I think he said it 4 or 5 different times.
Nice.
So
ecstatic of being here.
we're gonna knock on wood and just hope that we're able to ride him healthy throughout the rest of the year.
Correct.
Trust the process.
I threw it out in text a week ago. Just be as healthy as you possibly can to get in.
I don't know who said. I heard someone said that at the start of the season. Who said that?
Oh,
you
don't
said
even
it
bring
started
that shit up about no bye weeks and all this dumb
I
shit.
can't remember. I apologize who brought that up. But
All right. Well, those are the stars. Mike, why don't you take us through the other segment of current events?
We should probably talk about Jaden Daniels and his dislocated elbow. I put a text into the chat last night, but I don't know if anyone knew what I was talking about because you all didn't know I was watching the game. But I put that was brutal.
Yeah.
That was the arm.
I thought you were talking about his YouTube or clip.
No.
With Allen and Mahomes, Facebook, whatever
what
it was.
I thought it was.
So I didn't watch it. I was I don't want to see this.
Oh, no. I was talking about, I thought about it after. I'm like, forget it. That was I was watching the game. It happened so fast. He was down. You didn't see what happened until the replay. That was one of those, you throw your head back. You can't look at it. Yeah, that was
they
bad.
used to not show that stuff.
You're
They
right.
actually would not show some of those graphic injuries.
They
But now
started-
they
started blurring it though out about halfway through the day on ESPN. Like the early morning shows started showing it. I think after 10 o'clock, everything that they had on ESPN had it.
The good news is the body just puts him right in a shock immediately. He doesn't feel a damn thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel it. It looks terrible. It feels nothing.
I don't know if you wrote it on the list or not, but we talked about it before. Taron Johnson restructured, frees up 1.75.
Yeah, I did.
It is there.
Oh, I did
Those
put it
cat
on?
moves,
Oh, yeah.
Line up for trade.
I was just scrolling the socials and it popped up. I figured I'd throw it in before, just in case you didn't write it down.
It surprises me they don't get any cap relief with all these injuries. You would think there would be something.
So you do.
You get a little bit?
If you IR them for the season.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you'll get cap relief on Hoyt.
But you won't on Oliver, right?
You could get it on Oliver if you take him out for the season. But they had restructured Oliver prior to the season, so his base salary is really a mil.
So forget about
so
it.
you're catching
You
maybe
run the chance of him maybe
$500,000. So
Yeah.
for $500,000, I'd, as crazy as that sounds,
I'd
rather
trust-
take that chance.
I trust Bean to grab someone. He's done it with Rasul Douglas in the past, even if it's a depth guy.
Did you want to go triple down or nothing?
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
Well, you still have to eat a La Hacienda pizza.
Oh,
And I honestly don't think Bean is going to do anything.
why would you?
Because wouldn't they have to pay
Yes, I will triple down.
Gabe Davis to come up or no?
No, Gabe Davis was paid by Jacksonville, so him to come up is like a mil.
Let's triple down that one. I mean, I would be.
What do you think he's going to do?
I think going in, they were seriously considering a wide receiver.
What do you think he's going to do?
I think he's seen enough of the defense to know he needs more bodies on defense. I think you can trust the offense with what it is right now. I think you roll out as much depth on defense as you can. Hoyt won't be the last injury. They've already gone through a ton already. I think they go defense.
Okay. Mike, continue.
Flacco. This guy is 87 years old and threw for 470 yards and 4 TDs yesterday in a losing effort, which is crazy to me.
He scored 82 points the last 2 weeks, and he's 0-2.
That's insane.
Dude, that
Defense
game was
is
crazy.
such trash.
Hey, did you see
how they can lose that game on
Did you
it?
see the picture online that the ticker had the Bengals losing before the game was actually over?
Well, they were losing with 2 minutes left. It was insane that they even came back. I mean, that game was bananas.
Yeah.
You had a onside kick. I mean, just the special teams for Cincinnati in that game.
Whoa.
They gave up a
They
98
they
yard.
had a successful onside kick
Yeah.
after declaring it.
They were down 2 possessions with 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I can't believe they
Cincinnati was.
recovered it.
Down 2 possessions with 2 minutes left.
Wow.
Came back, scored, and then allowed Chicago to win it
Yeah. Crazy.
in regulation.
Crazy. All right, Mike.
A couple things I had on here, but we already discussed were the Hoyt Achilles. We talked about that already. We talked about the 68-yard record-breaking field goal.
It's crazy.
Yep. The trade deadline. Trade deadline is tomorrow at 4:00.
Anyone got wishes they would like to?
Hold on. What was the previous field goal record? 66? 64?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I
66, I think. I think it was 2 yards more.
what I hope for, Sean, is that we wake up to
A Merry Christmas.
being after dark.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's happened many times. So
Oh, tomorrow,
you,
like
you
tonight?
wake up to hear it happen overnight.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Phillips from Miami to Philly.
Yep. That's the rich keep getting richer down there too.
So what did we do to move the cap space exactly? What was the
So
reconstruction?
What you do is you can send money into years later.
Yeah.
So it goes back to your Knox. Is he around in 2026?
This was Taron Johnson.
It's Taron Johnson.
It was
How
Taron
much-
Johnson. You turn it into signing bonus. So he gets the money up front. So the player's never out the money. He just got $1 million check today. So as opposed to having
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, right. So what does it free up? How many million do we have?
1.75, and we should be around 3.
Yeah,
we're
just on
around
that deal.
3.
So what's a Chris Olave going to be if we were to get him?
Well, they said they're not trading him. So.
Well, that's what I was going to say
Well,
earlier.
his
but
cap
like
hits
if-
800,000.
Oh, well, fuck.
You can fit him.
Yeah.
You can fit him. Waddle, I think, is a little bit less than that.
I'd take him. I know you said he won't because he's interdivision.
I think they would. You got to
Miami
fit
would?
him though.
Well, if Miami would do it, he's probably not going to be available for the game
Do
Sunday.
you
right?
think Miami's?
Absolutely.
You think Miami does
might
it
not
and
care,
they're just
but
like,
no.
let's burn it all? And
I thought that's what they would do.
I think it comes down to a Tua question. I think, honestly, Waddle is a Tua question. Are you restarting with a brand new quarterback after this season?
I would draft one.
Then you potentially get rid of Waddle. If you were giving Tua another go of it
Miami
and
on
doing
this?
something else, then I think your trade would have been Tyreek Hill. he got hurt and he's out for the
Yeah, you
season,
can't,
you're
yeah.
not trading Waddle. I think Waddle was here in Miami for multiple years.
Was Miami on the bye this week, or did they play?
They played.
Oh,
They played. They
got
killed.
killed on Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, right there at
And
the
then
top.
they was that this week that it happened right afterwards. Yeah, that's
GM.
the news. The GM
got fired.
got fired.
Oh,
and,
that's Greer's brother,
yeah.
Chris Greer.
Yeah.
And then they're saying McDaniels is going to ride out the rest of the year and
Safe
Yes.
for the season.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what they're saying. But
safe. Yeah, which typically means yes,
You're
see you
gone.
later.
yeah.
You know, another, I had to look it up because I couldn't remember his name, and maybe you guys know more about him than me, but another name that we've been linked to calling Vegas on was Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
I
So-
do not like that.
No?
Myers more
Because
of
he's
an-
in the Raiders organization, or no?
No, I mean he's a former Pat.
Oh,
I think a couple years later and one coordinator prior to this, he would have been a good pickup for wide receiver. Runs a lot of option routes, things like that. I just don't think scheme wise he fits current Brady.
Okay.
So why does it seem like Brady is scheming Samuel and Moore out of place?
Moore had the 20.
He did. He
25
had
yard pass.
He had what?
right?
Is that the only catch he had?
They're more your
Let me look that up.
side to side and vertical threat, right? I mean, they're more stretch the field both ways, east, west, north, south.
Yeah, but you'd figure you'd get more looks, maybe.
I think the Bills in that game made a concerted effort just to go to their dogs. They threw the ball to Shakir and they threw the ball to Kincaid. Those were the guys that were going to get the ball. If we're going to win, that's where we're going.
We played dirty. They let us, and we played our game.
Yeah.
And controlled it.
So what you're saying is we're going to kind of shift away from the everybody eats.
No, that's still, I mean, they had how many guys that caught the ball, but I think in that game, I mean, they said it on the broadcast too. Like Shakir had how many catches?
Shakir had 7. Kincaid had 6.
Right, but they
Coleman,
in the
Ty Johnson had 2. Everyone else had 1.
AFC Championship, I think Shakir had like 8 or 9
Well,
last year too.
Curtis Samuel, 1 for 6. Shavers, 1 for 7. Hawes, 1 for 18. Elijah Moore, 1 for the 28. Dawson Knox, 1 for 30.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I mean, that was the most touches James Cook's had in a game too this season.
27.
That's his high.
That's me talking shit about how he's only a 2 down back.
Yeah.
Now they're working him.
His,
Run him till his wheels fall off.
his third down play got you to where you had a chance to kick a field goal or give up the ball with 22 seconds.
There you go. There you go.
It was a great play. They ran it out and threw the ball to him on third down.
Yeah. Josh Allen, 23, 26, 273. 1 touchdown, throwing, 2 running. Okay. All right, let's go to the scores. Okay, hold on. Before that, Sean, are you surprised that the Patriots are 7-2?
I mean, I got to eat my own words. I'll take that one. I didn't say they weren't going to be. They were going to be better.
You did.
I just thought they weren't ready for prime time. They've put some stuff together. The fact that they beat Buffalo, and I think
Didn't you
Buffalo,
predict them last in the division?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had them, I still think there's a pumpkin to be had with that carriage. I don't.
We're officially
7-2.
halfway through the season.
I get that, but you've become a 7-2 team. You could easily be 7-4 in the next couple of weeks. I could see them losing 2 in the next 3. I don't think they're going to rip off the next 7 in a row and go 14 and whatever.
Not with who they play. I don't think they have it.
They got Tampa Bay next.
Okay.
I don't know if it's in Tampa, but
I think it's just Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
You have a quality team playing.
You do.
I mean, if you look I think they're playing a 4th place schedule.
Right.
And the AFC East, what the crossover is
You've got the
NFC South, right?
Right.
Playing Atlanta. I mean, so I think you get an easy draw.
I
You get
mean,
Carolina.
I think they get rattled a bit if they lose to the Buccaneers. Okay, the Jets got nothing to play for. The Bengals, I get that. The Giants, they've shown some fire, but then you got Buffalo in New England, and then you got a hungry team that's making trade acquisitions because they've got higher aspirations in Baltimore. Back to back before you finish with the Jets and the Dolphins. I get it. But there's losses to be had there. There's losses to be had.
More wins potential than losses.
I think they could get rattled. They almost got rattled against Atlanta.
I guess you'll find out who they are.
I shall.
Yeah, they weren't clapping at the line.
No.
I think they would have lost that game.
Right?
Okay, Mike, sorry.
All right, you're good. All right, scores around the league. So the Ravens beat the Dolphins 28-6. The Bears barely beat the Bengals 47-42.
Jeez.
Vikings edged the Lions 27-24. Another really close one.
That was a big game.
Yep. Panthers upset the Packers
Unbelievable.
16-3.
That's huge.
Chargers beat the 1-8 Titans 27-20.
Nothing.
Patriots squeak by, as we just said, the Falcons 24-23. 49ers beat the Giants 34-24. The Steelers, and I put in quotes, upset the Colts 27-20. Broncos edged the Texans 18-15. Jaguars beat the Raiders in a really crazy game 30-29 with that record-breaking field goal. The Rams beat up on the Saints 34-10. The Bills beat the Chiefs 28-21, of course, and the Seahawks last night beat the Commanders commandingly 38-14.
I just really
What is most shocking about some of that stuff?
I just want to, for me, it's the fact that Indy has kind of opened the door. That loss really kind of brought them back down a bit.
Now, I'm going to push back.
Push back.
Bills lost to the Patriots and Bills lost to the Falcons, and then they have a big game against Carolina and KC. So the potential for a screw up and then come back to reality
Right.
is very possible.
Yeah, I agree. But that was one of those games where, Steelers team, you think like they had a mental breakdown there with the turnovers that they had.
My buddy said something to me yesterday that I agree with wholeheartedly, that this year there really aren't any juggernauts.
Right.
Anyone who's in the hunt can win this.
And I think the NFL loves it.
I would think so. I mean,
No clear runaway.
Right. And for me, last week against Carolina, they got no help. They won great, but everyone else that they needed to lose won as well.
There's 9 2-loss teams.
Yeah.
And 3 1-win teams. Right? Jets, Titans, Raiders, or Saints?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think
Ugh.
football is a week-to-week schedule.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
week-to-week. I mean,
yep.
Pittsburgh got called out, like specifically in the media. The defense got called out, and they came and shelled out. Like they played up to that game.
I agree.
And they got some turnovers, forced Indy into situations that they normally would not be in. Indy gets up in that game. They're scripted. You just give the ball to JT. That game's different. Right. But they got some timely turnovers, and it went the other way. So, and Carolina is obviously a juggernaut because they took care of Green Bay.
Good on them. They're having a nice little season. They are. They came in, I think, 4-3. They're now 5-4 for a Carolina team that we thought could be finishing at the bottom. Good on them for putting it together.
I was told though that Carolina was terrible.
They played it last week.
40, yeah.
I mean, they played it last week, but again, there are some people that think the Packers are Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I like that take. It is week to week.
It is week to week. I truly think it's week to week. I mean, the Broncos again.
They seem to be
for
consistent.
Whatever, they have a ridiculous defense. Did nothing until the fourth quarter.
And is Sean Payton that good of a coach?
He's got a ring.
Offensively, I think so. Houston, I think what I got out of that game, to keep that a game after basically C.J. Stroud went out in the very beginning of that game, trying to slide and went out with a concussion.
Yeah.
They kept that formidable. Houston's got a really good defense. That's going to be a game.
We're going to see him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys buy into Tim Paluch being deathly afraid of the Texans Thursday night game in Houston? He seems to think that the Bills are going to lose, or he's got this.
I still don't believe Friendly's is located where it is.
Bro,
he brought.
Ask Mike.
He brought disregard. He brought the stats. The Bills do
play like shit.
Yeah,
in
against
Houston
So
on a Thursday.
I understand why he's scared. I don't think this is the Houston team that had Diggs his first year and was a power. But I wouldn't.
What's their
bet
record?
against them?
3-5.
Yeah,
I don't buy into some of those stats sometimes, though. Like
short week.
different teams, I'm not overly worried about that.
But back to what Joe said. So week to week.
Yes,
Right.
week to week.
Yeah, you gotta see who's. Tell me who's playing for the Bills, and I'll tell you how.
It's true. I mean,
how they're going, and tell me who the other players is. It was brought up to me like COVID was the year with COVID was the year that I learned more. Like for me, like you catch guys that weren't playing in that game, and you'd be like, "Oh, that team's great." Like, well, the other team had half their guys that were
Right.
weren't allowed to play because they tested positive for COVID.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like I got over the fact I got into more of like, all right, who's really injured and what's that going to do to them? And you know, the Chargers, they lost Joe Alt again,
I saw that.
who they've struggled. They struggled when he was out the last time. Looked good again when he was in, and he's out again now. So what's that going to do to them?
And I think they lost their other tackle too, both like yesterday. So that it's, I'm pretty sure they did. So they lost 2 starters now.
Yeah. So
All right, let's do picks.
Yep. We got
1 o'clock, finally. A 1 o'clock game away. Maybe we can get together, watch a little of this game, finally. Do a little get together. All right, Sean, why don't you kick us off? What do you think's going to happen Sunday?
I think the Bills, in terms
Hold
of,
on, is there going to be any residual hurricane down there Sunday?
I hope
'cause I
not.
think
Any
that-
crazy weather? Is that over? Is it gone?
It's over.
Melissa's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have officially ended November 1st.
Is that what you're talking
ends
about?
Hurricane
Hurricane
season.
Melissa?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. It's my
gone.
wife's name too, but
Yeah.
it's gone.
I just
She was definitely. It was a Cat 5 too. Just so
Yeah.
everybody knows. And I told her that before. I'm like, it'll get up to Cat 5. I
right
get confidence.
in the jet stream, low pressure just sent it right out to the Atlantic. We've had almost.
Oh,
knock on
you're a
wood.
history teacher and a meteorologist?
Yes, indeed. I carry both certificates.
You're a Renaissance man.
I love that you
I-
really
I
pushed
am.
that to your wife on that one. It reminds me of, you ever seen the
Pushed her
scene
right
in
out the Atlantic.
Armageddon where he finds the comet that's coming in? He goes, I want to name it. Oh, you get to name it. He's like, I want to name it after my wife. And she looks over like all dear, and he goes, because she is the most soul-sucking woman of which there's no coming back from. Like, and it's just such a line. Like, it's so perfect.
This one I was in the clear. She brought it up to me. She's like, "Did you see what the next hurricane is?" It's my name, Melissa. I'm like, "Cat 5?" She's like, "Yeah."
Heck yeah.
Yep. I'm just glad it didn't do in America. Obviously, people in Jamaica, we apologize. And it's devastating for what it did.
Just lost
but-
that country.
Right. They're not going to listen anymore. Godspeed, and we hopefully are for
Yeah,
recovery.
jeez.
By anything we do right now could be obsolete in the next 6 hours. I mean, we could be looking at a radically different Miami team. That being said, Buffalo plays good weather. It's not going to be overly oppressive down there. I suspect the Bills are going to win comfortably. Probably, I like a 24-7. I for some odd reason, maybe it's because they pull guys a little bit earlier. It's not, they don't put the score up there.
Trubisky?
But we're not. Yeah, I want to see
Oh,
Trubisky.
you beat me to it. That was
Sorry.
part of my prediction.
Sorry.
But I just, anything we say now could really be, because this could be a radically different Miami team.
Yeah.
I think it already is.
It
Lewis
is.
Phillips.
They did the Eagles did the Bills a favor right there.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to deal with. He's been pretty tough on Josh Allen. So yeah, I like the Bills.
Okay. Rob.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the Bills. I think you're going to see this team stomp on Miami's neck. I really feel like this is going to be a
50 burger?
no, but I think we're going to see the defense really come alive even more than they have. I think they're playing great. They're coming off this great win. I think Miami is demoralized. I think they're not a cohesive team, and the coaching isn't cohesive. I think I'm thinking it's going to be 37-6.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you know where I'm going.
31 what?
I'm going to say 31-17. And the reason why I'm giving them so many points is because I feel like a lot of our starters won't play a lot of the fourth. So they'll sneak one in towards the end. It seems to happen every time we pull our starters and all that. So I'm hoping for a blowout, and we'll give up a late TD that won't mean anything.
Okay. Joe.
Tua comes in locked up, and he's going to throw like 12 touchdowns, and we're going to lose like 60-4.
When did Brendan get here? Brendan.
Sorry, he was in the seat the last time.
I hear you. I hear you.
I had to check
His spirits are among us.
Spirits are among us. I think the Bills take care of this game. Miami, Tyreek going out for them on offense is basically you just double waddle. Leaves Tua not a lot of options of where to go with the ball, and really it's stop Achane. So if you can stop Achane, stop the run, I think they control this game. And
Bosa tees off.
Yeah,
we might end Tua's career.
I still have on here. We did plus or minus like Tua concussion here.
Oh, from last time, yeah.
Yeah.
Herb's got him with 10 concussions. Has he had any?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
No.
Wait, is that what week it happens or how many he has?
I can't remember if
No, I
might
think it
have
was
been
what week, by what week.
Yeah.
10 concussions.
Well, it's got to be done now, right? Yeah.
We also have
Miami-
McDaniel's prediction on how long he lasts.
Yeah, he's going to be dead this season.
I don't know. The Bills keep it close just so that McDaniel's still there for the end of the so they play play the chess,
Yeah.
I want him
chess.
to go. I'm so uncomfortable with his press conferences now. It's like watching a train.
He's
though.
been
You have
showing-
to
he's-
watch it.
Yeah.
Was it the last game or the game before? He lost his mind on the sidelines.
Oh, it was last game.
Yeah, it was last game.
False start on the side and they were in the game at that time.
Yeah.
Baltimore wasn't really killing them at that point. They were in the game. Yeah, I think we get to 30, somewhere in 30, and maybe give up like 10
Okay.
touchdown, field goal, something like that.
I would like to see the Bills play the Dolphins like they're the Chiefs. I don't want to see play down if that's really what they did against the Falcons. I mean, I guess the Patriots are a legit team, so I guess I can't say they played down against them. Yeah. But the Falcons for sure, because they seem to be frauds, right? Did they play again this week? I'm looking at
The
their
Falcons?
sheet. Did they win or lose?
They missed an extra point to tie New England.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Lost syllogism.
So
yeah.
they played them. They played them that well.
24-23.
I don't know. I almost feel like the game that they threw away and they played down to their competition was New England over Atlanta.
Okay.
Right.
Atlanta came off of a bye. I think that was that week. They got the Bills on a bye, and I think
the Bills shot themselves in the foot.
Right.
Basically. We talked about that. Like, I think you play that 10 times, the Bills win 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they figured out what they need to do to go forward. Hopefully they win. I got the Bills winning. Hoping like 38-13.
Real quick round the table before we depart. Real quick. Forgetting the sunstroke game where half the Bills were suffering their sunstroke. Give me the year. If we take that one off the table, was the last. Give me the year the Bills lost to the Dolphins.
Do you have this?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, in Miami?
They've lost in yes. And just in general, the last time Josh Allen's 13-2 against the Dolphins. Give me the year.
The last time. So besides that one, he's lost one more.
One more time. Yeah, give me the year it happened. Just take a guess.
His first year playing.
So you said what, 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go 2 years before that, before the Tyrod run, right?
Okay, so you want 16.
Yep.
Or 15?
Oh, so this is
15?
not guaranteed Josh Allen era.
Right.
Nope.
Oh.
The way he's made it sound like
in
it was.
Miami.
I said it was 13-2.
Well, he's 2, but he lost there, and then I think they lost at home. So it's got to be outside of that. And I feel like Fitz beat them all the time. I'll go like 2-10.
Okay.
You know it?
I know it.
Last time we lost,
Discounting the sunstroke game.
so not including the sunstroke, the last time we lost in Miami, 2008.
It was 2018.
Wow.
Oh,
It was. I wasn't going to correct Mike because it was too
Okay.
fun. Like, let's go with this one. Yeah, the
two-
last
I thought
time.
the two. That's why I didn't.
Yeah,
I know you said
yeah.
two,
I
and
did
I'm
say
like,
13
damn,
too,
the other one's
so
got to be in. At home.
So it was 2018. So you almost have to go back 8 years, considering you play them twice a year.
Right.
You know, to have a loss
The
against them.
stat that I think they tied up. I think this is they're tied. Are they tied currently right now? I think
As the last seed.
no. As far as head to head.
Oh.
Bills Miami
career?
career.
Could be.
I think when we beat them, that tied it, and I think this would be for us to take the edge. And you went all of 70s losing to the Dolphins twice.
I listened to a new podcast, a new Bills podcast. This guy goes through all kinds of fucking crazy stats before he even gets into his podcast. He talks about coaches' records, coaching this, that, player that. I'm like, holy crap.
I don't know if it has been updated, but this, just real quick, the football database has Miami leading the series 62-61-1. They tied one time. So this would tie it, I'm assuming?
Would tie the series.
Would tie the series.
I know that was it was on the broadcast
Yeah.
the last time that the Bills had a chance, and I didn't know if it was to
What did you
tie
say
the-
they are? 62, 61, and 1?
Correct.
Okay. That's what Wikipedia says. Whether or not
All
it's
right,
true.
so
or
they
not.
have a chance to tie the series, and they lost to them for a decade.
Yeah.
2 games.
Yeah.
Tides have turned.
And it was at Miami, that 2018.
Yeah. Okay.
Send them away.
Well, folks, thanks for sticking around. This is a good old podcast.
Roll the trains.
Roll the trains. All right, folks. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
And see you on the next one.
Go Bills.
Be good, do good. God bless, and go Bills.
You just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
The ZaBills Podcast is naturally assembled by Kmart Studio Productions. Sponsored by Doug's Chiropractic and MJB Electric. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, please rate, review, and leave a comment. It certainly won't hurt. Executively produced. Executive sound engineering. Fundraising. Music. Lighting. Recruiting. Treasury. Pizza. Costume design. All by yours truly, me, Kyle. And all artwork was created by Avery and Mark Grisham.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Please drive carefully and arrive home safely. Good night.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.